This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately.
Did you hear what I said? You know, that's just one step above stupid.
Yeah! How's it going, everybody? What's going on, Freakazoids? Got some the crazy comments on my re-uploaded video. The trolls go wild. It's like the ones that say user so-and-so. Yeah. Over and over. You know what? You know, it was one of the funniest comments I've read was the person said, "I watched all first time watching, and I watched all 3 hours, and I'm never watching again." Wow, what an idiot! I mean, you watched 3 hours of something you hated that much? Wow! I mean, I would have got the hell out of there quick. Hey, thanks, Mag. I appreciate it. I mean, you gotta admit, like that's pretty funny, right? I mean, literally to sit there for 3 hours so that you could say, "I hate this place." Wow. I mean, man, I would have found something better to do. You must be a really bored individual. Wow. Last night said he wasn't a fan, but he's followed you for years. I mean, aren't those people dumb as shit? I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm not really a fan of yours. You know, I don't really, I don't, you know, but you do really good stuff, and I've been watching you for years. Okay. Guess that's good. Don't know what that means. And I don't really think of like, oh, I have fans. There's people that like what I'm doing. We're just all part of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's hilarious though. First time watch the whole show, and I'm never watching again. Wow, what a loser. You're gonna spend that much time watching something you just hated? Wow.
Thanks for keeping it real. Heart.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so there's interesting stuff going on. I guess Ashley Banfield they released some of the body camera footage from the field, but I'm not really sure what we're seeing in the background. It looks like it's the Sigma Chi house to me, but it could be the lot. It looks, I don't know, it's I mean, it's just it's a different incident. When you're on a college campus, all kinds of stuff happen all the time. I mean, tons and tons of things are going on all the time. You know, there's cops everywhere trying to arrest this person or that one, drinking and fighting, and it's just, so it's not weird to me that there is an incident at 3 in the morning on what was it, a Saturday night or Saturday morning maybe. What night was it? Now I can't remember what night it was. Friday or Saturday night. I think it was Saturday night though, because I think it was Sunday morning when they slept in. And thank you, Mag and Kubi, before the show. By the way, I bought a new mouse. This thing's so loud, it's crazy. I almost bought the old one I used to have. They were only 19 bucks and they're quiet, but then there was another one that made by the same people that was quiet, but a little bit more, so I was thinking maybe it's better. Janet Drums! How's it going? And then I bought some of those rubber rings that you put on your keys so they don't make any noise.
Drum, red apple.
Yeah, we know, Jody. We're trying to get to that one. If you could let the show develop, I'd be appreciative. Thank you. Yeah, we know where the house is, Dwayne. We've been covering the case since the beginning. Yeah, you don't know for sure if that's what that is on the side. Yeah, to me it doesn't look, it looks like it's filming this, but although the grass and everything didn't match up, so I don't really know. Yeah. I know that's what you want to believe, and it's more interesting that way. But we just don't know at this point. I'll check it out later. I only had 2 seconds to look at it, but everything's always more, you know, everyone views things in a way that what's more interesting and what would be better for us to talk about. And I just try to look at what the reality is. Now, my first, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just a second.
I'm paying
Right.
$9.99 for you to be nice / when I call in tonight. Smiley face.
Hold on, I gotta open up something there.
Caitlin, I'm sure it wasn't lost on you that
I'm just gonna get a screenshot here. So it's hard to tell for certain because it's so, you got the fisheye lens on it, you know? But it definitely could be the other direction. Alright. Yeah, so this is the picture that's on Banfield. Thank you, chicken noodle soup. You see that, and it could easily be like looking, I mean, it's pretty weird how there's so many different places that look similar. So it could be, if you go over here and look down, it sort of, it kind of looks like that, I guess. Maybe like these things are up here. But it's down in the field, so you wouldn't see the top. Those the ones in the purple building back there, you wouldn't see. Hey, great show, Ray. She just couldn't wait. She just really wanted to. Oh wait, hold on. Ooh, dang it! I don't have the thing on. Shit. Maybe I caught it. Anyways, it would have said, "Great show, Ray. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up." Thumbs up, neutral face, rolling on the floor laughing, face with tears of joy. Yeah, I remember that one. That one's pretty funny. So it could be that one, and there's cars parked down here. And then, so that would make you kind of think that that would be the location because there's cars. Because if it was over here, there aren't going to be cars parked on that building by there. And
Thumbs up,
you know, this side,
neutral face rolling on the floor, laughing face with tears of joy.
that doesn't really match. So it probably is facing the right direction. And then that means from that, in that picture there, back in this area, let me take a look at it again, because that's the house. So if they were about right. Oops, it's not going to work. Yeah, so right here, I mean, from this shot, you can see That's their house right back there. Hey, thank you very much, Jag and Nemolotus.
Boom. Called in and emailed the tip. Found the Elantra 2 blocks away on Google Street View. The officer I talked to was really interested in the address. Big connection with the real estate company.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chewbacca?
Oh, I'll do Chewbacca
Mhm.
if you want me to.
Oh, cool. Well, if the Elantra is right there, then that'd be great. What's the address of the Elantra? Well, you don't know if it's the Elantra, but you found an Elantra. That's all you can really say. But if that is the Elantra, that'd be great. Yeah. Yeah, you can't really claim that you found the Elantra. All right. So let's see if it's... Oops. Hey, Tosh, what's going on? Oh, man, this is not working. What in the hell happened? Wow. Yeah, King Street's just right down here where the house is. Or that's Queen. That's 1122 King Street. So if it was
Good evening,
one...
Grey and Freaks.
Okay, right there. In that house, you could probably... Let's see if that's it. Is this the car you're looking at? Well, like one of these guys or one over here? That one? Is that the house car you're looking at?
Hit the like button. Victory hand.
Thank you,
Victory
Leslie.
Hand. Victory hand.
I don't, I'm not a car aficionado, but I'm not sure what you're looking at. This isn't, or did you go back a different year or what? What? I hate when somebody else says, "Oh, look at it," and then they, there's not enough information to look at what they got. Just saying. So maybe in this parking lot over here, is that what you're talking about? One of these cars, maybe? Here, let me just do the article on it first. I mean, I'm all scattered all over the place now. Mari Glaviano. Thank you. And Ali K. Yeah, there's a lot of people have Elantras. So let me open up the article though. But that'd be cool if that is the Elantra, right? Yeah, I mean, it's like, to say you found the one, I mean, you don't know what the license plate is. I mean, there is one right there, if this is right. This is October, the street view here, so... Yeah. Alright, so you've got the detectives are interested in speaking...
Ocean wave. Ocean wave. Ocean wave.
Speaking with the occupants of a white 2011 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra with an unknown license plate, tips and leads have led investigators to look for additional information about a vehicle being in the immediate area of King Street. Well, that would make sense if that was it. Residents during the early morning hours of November 13th. Investigators believe the occupants of this vehicle may have critical information to share regarding this case. If you know of or own a vehicle matching this description, or know of anyone who may have been driving the vehicle on the days preceding or the day of the murders, please forward that information to the tip line. The information can be submitted to tip line 208-883-7180. So there's the vehicle, and let's see, is it one of these right here? Like that one? Is that the one you're talking? No, that doesn't look right. So who was the one that said that up there? Which one of these cars are you talking about? Jag, which one is it? I mean, that one sort of looks like it, but doesn't seem to have, well, it does kind of have that little, that looks like one right there, right? No, I'm not finding it. Somebody named Jag said it was at this address here. I mean, that kind of looks like what they're talking about right there.
Chewbacca?
Although
Chewbacca if you
the
want.
light looks a little different
Treat money
than
for Blue and Chloe.
what they're looking at. Thank you, you're Gypsy. What do you think? I don't know if she took off or not. Jag! Okay, what? You can see the front of the car. It's facing you. 111 October 20. Yeah, I know, I'm on October 20. Which car is it? What do you mean it's facing me? Is it this one over here? Ah. Here, how about this? I'll do the phone early here. You can call in. Let's see. Yeah, what do you mean in the street? I already was over there. This is the address it comes to. I was already at the street. Okay, is this the one you're talking about right here? Because a minute ago you guys said no. Oh, you mean it's further up. So it wasn't at the right address, is what you're saying. This car right here is what you're talking about. Doesn't look the same to me at all. No, this car right here isn't the right one. That's not an Elantra. Okay, so I just need somebody to give me the exact spot. You were just looking at it great. What does that mean? Is this the one right here on the screen right now? Why do you guys keep typing in by blue dumpster they said? This thing way up here? See how crappy this works when people don't have the exact information? Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Is this car up here? Maybe? No. Yeah, by the blue dumpster. What blue? There isn't a car by the blue dumpster that we can see clearly. This thing right here? This car right here? Or is it this? That looks like a Honda. Oh, I don't know. What makes you think that's an Elantra? Hold on a second. Or maybe it does say H on a Hyundai, right? Isn't that what it is? I'm not, like I said, I'm not a car person. They said it's a, oh, I see. It does look like it has a similar grille in the front there. So let's take a look. They're looking for a Hyundai Elantra 2013. All right, let's take a look. I don't need you to type in and try to help. It's not going to help now. I'm doing my own thing. All right, so Come on. I want to just see. Well, that looks about it. I can just use that. I mean, it looks like a Hyundai for sure. That's their logo. I was thinking Honda for some reason. But doesn't it look more silver to you than white? I'm just saying. So if you took that, it looks like it is, you know, similar. Everything's similar on it. But doesn't that look silver to you instead of white, or you know, or yeah, powder blue or something? I'm just trying to, and I'm not trying to be technical, but I mean that's white, that's white, that's white. That doesn't look the same as the other white cars that are all around it that easily show white. That's why I didn't even notice it at first. I saw it there and I go, yeah, that's not white. So then I kept looking around. What do you guys think? I mean, it's pretty good to spot a Hyundai right there. And maybe it's light enough where they don't have it quite right, you know. But I don't know, white's sort of white. You know, white's white. You can see it. But yeah, that is an Elantra. So, I mean, that there's no doubt about it. It's even a 2013, apparently. I mean, look at the... Everything matches that perfectly, I think. Although, you know, the grill's a little different. There's... Maybe just because they have a license plate on it, but it just has a little different shape to it. Like this down here, and then this doesn't really have that. Let's see. 2014 Elantra. But that's pretty cool that you went out and looked around like that. Yeah, so like 2014 has more of a that sort of look to it, where there's a separation. See that? See how that has its own little thing up there for the Hyundai place, and then that's the same thing, and then down here, that looks almost identical to the 2014 look. But if you go back to the 2013, well, that one kind of has that, if that's what that is. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe it just depends on which model you're getting. Yes, that one there looks very similar to that. See? Yep. So it definitely could be 2013. But it just doesn't look white. But it, you know, I have to admit, it could be the sun, or you know, the lighting in that one particular area. Maybe because it's near the blue dumpster, there's some ambient light coming over to the vehicle itself. So I don't know, but I mean, it's, you know, it's interesting that there's a 2013-ish Elantra parked very close in the area around, you know, a year ago. The other thing that we were trying to do was figure out. I think that is filming the correct direction. I just only had like 30 seconds to look at it, but it looked, the way it was shaped made it seem like it was a fraternity beat, but it's fisheye lens, so it's probably filming these buildings right over there, but from over here a little bit. And that's on the Banfield show. That was from the body cam of the incident that happened in the I think it was called Banfield. Wow, how appropriate. So it's Banfield was covering what happened in the Banfield. Yeah, anyways, let's see. But I think you can see the Idaho 4 murder, you know, the house right here, 1122, right there. So if that is true, then Is that the... Maybe that's even a light from the house back there, possibly. Hard to know exactly. I'd have to have a shot from down in the park in the exact angle. But, yeah, it's interesting. Maybe they can get information off of that to see if lights are on. And, you know, somebody sent me an image thinking that a light turned off in Zena's room or something. But, I mean, it's hard to, you know, you have camera moving around. It's not the clearest video in the world, and we don't really even know exactly where we can see yet. If I had the original video, I could probably do something with it. Oh, by the way, I have a new video that I'm working on here. This is the other video. Just a second. I'll just do the manual, you know, going through. So it's like this. So now I have it where the person comes in and kind of looks like, you know, and then goes up the stairs first. Thank you, Gray. I've always wanted to up the stairs. Looks over at Kaylee's room. Then goes around into... Well, let me turn off the... Or I'll start over again with the full view without that on there. So outside, through the sliding glass, looks around, goes up, and then at the top here, looks left to Kaylee's room, and I guess Madison lives in this room here, and they were both staying in this room. Okay, and then, so you're in this really tiny room here. I think I just might have some of the scaling. I don't know. They just gave a drawing out, and I matched it perfectly, but it just doesn't seem very. It's tiny. Anyways, then back down the stairs after killing Kaylee and Madison. Then I have a guy, like I'm gonna, you know, make that be like Ethan, where he sees somebody coming down, and he's like, oh, and he tries to he like gets out of the way. See that? Does a little pivot out of the way, and the guy sort of noticed him. He's coming down, he's about to turn, he goes, wait, I just saw something, and then he comes around. Then that he won't be there. I'll hide him as if he just, because see how the door's just shutting, like he ran in and shut the door. Then he goes in there and he does something to them. I mean, it's weird having a person outside, you know, standing right here against the building here, but and then he kills both of them and then goes back into the kitchen and then out the door. Okay. Gray, what's up with what second? I don't have a second channel. There's fake accounts that pretend that they're me and come up with a bunch of stupid shit. And yeah, they're called impersonation accounts, where they have my face, my name, and they put a bunch of trash out there. So I'm not even. It's pretty obvious, right? I mean, right, Rylanix, when you go there, I mean, isn't it pretty obvious? Like, I think you're probably one of the trolls. That's why you brought it up, you know. So, anyways, let's see. What do you guys think? I think it'll look pretty crazy. I don't have the. I have about 1,800 frames rendered already out of 2020. But I think that'll be the other example. Maybe I'll add it to the other one. You know, like we'll just keep making it longer and longer, kind of like how the Moscow Police Department's doing their updates. They keep building on top of the previous one. Yeah. So this is the one. I mean, they both make a lot of sense. Okay, they both make a lot of sense. They, you know, either way make a lot of sense. You see, there's people. I don't know who the target was here, and none of us know who the target was. But amazingly, the person went in there and killed 4 people, right? Because they've been doing that for years, Gilgamesh. All right, you seem a little bit like you're, you know, let me just show you. I've already shown this on the screen here. These are all of the account. This is the second wave of them. All of these are channels that are all impersonation accounts, okay? All of them. And there was another list that was twice as long prior to that. The person's obsessed. They have a picture of me at home on their wall. They get out Vaseline every single night and go to work. You know, they're disgusting idiots. That's all you can say about it. But anyways, who the hell knows? I mean, just psychos out there. All right, anyways. Well, whatever it is, I don't care if it's TMI to you. For me, it's just, that's what you kind of picture these psychos, just, ooh, this is so fun. Idiots. Hey, Steven, hey, Steven, it's true, though. What's more obscene, Steven? Them creating 1,000 accounts of me fake, or what I just said? Because I think that's what they do. I think they're absolute psychos, okay? Yeah. So why don't you go enjoy those channels, okay? Stephen Jolly. All right, go enjoy those channels. Idiot. Can you show the blood dripping on the... I don't want to show that again. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. You know, if the blood's coming in the kitchen, that means the girls were actually in Kaylee's old room. But the father said that Kaylee's bed was made and they were staying in Madison's room. But did they switch rooms right before the end or something? I mean, I guess we don't really know. Yeah. That's an obscene thing to say. Who cares if the guy made 1,000 fake accounts? You just said that he was... Oh, man. There's a lot worse things that can be said out there. I mean, this is a true crime channel. If that's something that upsets you, there's something wrong with your brain. I think that I think this one, if you think that Kaylee or Madison was the target, it could make sense. And the only thing that would make sense then to kill Ethan and Zainab was if one of them was awake, but there's no indication of that. So you get sort of trapped. There's obviously a like, what do you call it? Like a red herring in this case. Listen, Stephen Jolly, the wacko up there, just said I need mental help after they just said what they said. Whew, wow. I feel great. This case has just as many wackos in it as the Delphi case. There isn't any case that you can cover these days where there's just normal people. Okay? And to be honest with you, I don't think there's a lot of really normal people in society. A lot of them are just these crazy people just sitting around at home, just, ooh, what's Greg gonna, ooh, I'm gonna be, oh God, I don't like Greg at all, ooh. And they just freak out if you don't say everything that they want you to say. Yeah. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. Yeah, this case is, I think it even has more than Delphi. Because Delphi never became, this story is way bigger than Delphi ever was nationally. Okay? Delphi was kind of big, here and there, like people talk about it, but did you ever see all the news channels have 20-minute segments on the Delphi case? No way, man. NBC, ABC, CBS. Nah, he won't be. I don't want somebody like Stephen Jolly to be. He's been blocked, by the way, so it doesn't matter. But seriously, though, did that really offend anybody, what I just said about what the guy sitting at home? Because this guy makes account after account. So there was days where he'd make 4 or 5 of them. Okay? Over and over and over and over again. Okay? And I've been dealing with it for like a year. It's sick. Yeah, okay. I know. It's like, it's weird that it would actually bother somebody. It's, you're talking about people getting stabbed to death and their throats cut, and then somebody mentions sort of you're alluding to something, not even saying it. Oh God! Wow. You're listen to the intro to the show again. Okay, I'm going to play it again. Listen, everybody.
This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre
with a
and
red-hot
unsubscribe
poker
from my channel immediately.
All right, there you go. All right. All right? That's how it is on here. But that's about true crime, not about that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, where are we at here? So there was an arrest made today, 2, in the town. I highly doubt this guy's related, but I mean, it's still interesting in general. Yeah, all right, here we go. So there's an individual that was arrested today, and I actually called the jail, and this is what they told me about this guy. Hold on. I think it's on. Is it on this one? Oh, wait, hold on. Is that the one? Huh. Guess there's no audio. Why wouldn't there be audio from that? I'm gonna have to open up it on my other program here and see what's going
Hit the
on.
like button, please. I spent 11 years in Catholic girls' boarding schools and know how to make people feel guilty. No one wants that.
Oh, it was quiet, that first part. Okay, here we go.
Okay, he's in here for domestic battery with traumatic injury.
Traumatic
in
injury.
presence of a child.
Oh, so there was a child around, but what was the traumatic injury?
Okay, he's in here for domestic battery with traumatic injury.
Traumatic
in
injury.
presence of a child.
Oh, so there was a child around, but what was the traumatic injury to himself or somebody else?
No idea.
Because he has like a big band-aid on his arm. So.
I have no idea what the injury was. This is a city of Moscow case, so.
I see.
And then he also was attempted strangulation, felony injury to child, and aggravated assault.
Wow. Doesn't sound like he's probably being. I see.
And then he also was attempted strangulation, felony injury to child, and aggravated assault.
Felony injury to a child and I see.
And then he also
was
was
freaking
attempted
nuts.
strangulation, felony injury to child, and aggravated assault.
Wow. Doesn't sound like he'll probably be in prison for a while because he already had he had second-degree murder before. Yeah. So the thing is, I mean, if that was just alone, you'd go, "Wow, what a piece of shit." But the reality is he was. This is him again back in 2007. A Moscow man charged with voluntary manslaughter told detectives he shot and killed 25-year-old Tyler Pace Lee in self-defense. Bail was set at $10,000. Lee showed up at Leonard's house near Janice around 2:30 a.m. and accused Leonard of sleeping with his girlfriend. See, here's that weird sort of jealousy kind of thing going on there. Lee had come to the house in the past with bats, machetes, and other things, according to an affidavit from Detective Margaret Lembecker. Leonard said he denied sleeping with Lee's girlfriend and told Lee to go home, but Lee refused. He told police that Lee hit him, he fell to the ground, and Lee jumped on top of him. Leonard told police he pulled a handgun from his sweatshirt pocket and shot Lee after Lee threatened to kill him and others at the home, including Leonard's son. After he stood up, Leonard said Lee was still standing after being shot and began coming towards him, so he shot Lee 2 more times. Lee fell to the ground, Leonard said. Though there were 3 other adults and 2 children home at the time of the shooting, there were no witnesses to the killing, according to Thompson. Tuesday's shooting was the 5th homicide this year in Latah County. A University of Idaho student was shot and killed in March. This is back in 2007. So you got that one, and then I guess this one says a 23-year-old North Idaho man has been charged with voluntary manslaughter. James Curtis Leonard, 23, was charged in 2nd District Court Tuesday. He was appointed a public defender. So it's the same, just about the same time frame. And then, hold on, I'll open up a Word document. This is him back then. He looks a lot younger, different, So judge gives convicted killer second chance at probation. Man was shot. Tyler Pace Lee at farmhouse in 2007 admits he hasn't followed the rules since his early release. I mean, this guy, whatever the judge it was, he was out really quick. A judge gave convicted killer James Curtis Leonard a second chance Monday, allowing him to stay out of prison after he admitted repeated violations of his probation. Leonard, 27, pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter last year for a 2007 shooting death of Tyler Pace Lee. He was sentenced to 5 to 15 years in prison, but 2nd District Judge Jeff Brody retained jurisdiction in the case and ruled in November that Leonard met the conditions for early release. At that hearing, Brody imposed strict requirements of Leonard, including that he undergo counseling. On Monday, Leonard admitted he completed almost none of his requirements and had lied to his probation officer. But probation officer Clint Hoyland and Latah County Prosecutor William Thompson agreed that Leonard had recommitted himself to his probation, defense attorney Charles Kovas told. So, he's getting all these chances. Look at what he's doing now, though. Just,
I'll be back if you want.
on Reddit, his family
Tolerance for other true
is like
crime
trying to...
channels has been destroyed.
My tolerance for... Oh. Well, sorry about that. Hey, thank you, Cheryl Bullock, up there, too. And Amioso35. And then also up there, Brown-Eyed Girl. No, I won't quit my day job. All right. So, I don't know. Whether this guy's related to anything or not, I don't know. But he was somebody that got arrested today, and... I don't think he is at all, but people are talking about him, so we'll have to see. And what was the other article there? Yeah, this one right here. So if I open up the jail website and then you type in Leonard up here, that's him right here. And the thing that people found interesting was he has this big Band-Aid here. And he was arrested for strangling, right? So what's this Band-Aid over here? It's big, huge, and he looks, maybe he was drinking and he knows he's in big trouble here. What do you guys think? Yeah, it looks kind of like a Band-Aid because his hand isn't in it. I don't think you just put a cast on a forearm and your wrist is completely free. Normally you have a cast, it keeps your thumb so you can't move or anything. Those are usually for your wrist. I think if he broke his forearm though, I don't know. I don't think that's how you would do it. Yeah, I don't think so. So who knows, right? Anyways, he was arrested today, and he lives right here. Right here, and like a half mile away in this trailer park here. Now, when you go around it, and just other points of interest, he installs floors. So we had a caller last night that was, that was one of the interesting ones about maybe it's somebody, a maintenance worker, somebody that does work on homes, and that's what he does, right? And apparently he's in unit number 74. And when you go down, amazingly, they actually did Street View. Of course, it's not going to work because I'm doing a show, but let me save the places and open this back up again. See if it works the next time. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's welcome in here, you guys. But I mean, what isn't welcome is crazy, wild speculation. You don't get kicked out for that, but it's just not, it's not what we do. I have a different type of channel. Yes, we do speculate, but it's based on something, right? Like pieces of information that make you think something. Not just, well, this is what I think. How come? Well, it was in my mind. Huh. Let me get over here. But as long as you know that, isn't that great? Not really, Gray. I had all these things that I was... All right, let me put this on Street View here. And he was in units, there's 67, 69, 71. No, he was in 73, sorry. So 71, and then this is 73, and then he kind of looks like that's maybe kind of a truck you would drive if you were there. It doesn't say 73 on it, but that would be the next one right there. So, just lives in this trailer park here, but it's only a half-mile away from the crime scene. So, I guess that makes him sort of interesting, a violent person, but, he doesn't seem, to me, he's just a shitty person. However, it doesn't seem to me like he'd have something to do with the actual murders. I mean, I don't see anything in there other than that it wasn't him that was the jealous person that came over to that house either. It was the other guy. Yeah, it's just another person arrested in Moscow, Idaho. All right, so anyways, you got to put that out there too, even if it debunks what everybody's thinking. But there's always creative ways where people connect everybody in cases. Yeah. People just, they look for ways they try to confirm a bias they have. Almost all the time. I do have some updates here. Remember Cassie Carley? That was the crazy case. Remember this one? Let me go to that one really fast. Yeah, right here. Yeah, that one was interesting. I remember how there was surveillance footage. There was the Marcus Spinevello, her I think ex-boyfriend or something like that. And you'll probably remember it when we get to here. Remember this case where her car, she drove in to give, let's see, what was it? I think to drop off her son or something like that, or pick up the son. I don't remember exactly, but she pulls in and parks right there, and then his trailer was right here, and they were supposed to meet over at this restaurant, or this one over here, but he didn't want to meet there, so he met over here, and it was like this totally intentional choice. It was back in here, and you could see right over here how that huge mound blocks the sight from any of these other places over there. So he was backed in over here, and then she pulls in over there, and she just disappeared off the face of the earth. And then investigations at the time led to, let's see, I think it was over, yeah, so there was this barn that they were investigating. Hold on a second. Yeah. So investigation led to here. That was one of the barns he owned, and so now we'll just take a look at what it says. And boom! Isn't that weird? That's where it all went down. Marcus Benevello indicted on abuse of corpse in Cassie Carley death record state. The ex-boyfriend of Florida woman whose body was found in a shallow grave in Alabama. I don't know if we got that update. Maybe we did. Has been indicted on abuse of corpse. Marcus Benevello, 35, was set up to appear in St. Clair County courtroom Tuesday for a preliminary hearing during which the evidence against him would have been presented. Yeah, so, I mean, it was cool to see a case that we covered. I think it was 3 or 4 days in a row, and then it just sort of disappeared. I didn't realize they found her body at some point. Yeah, well, I'm going to make the lines will be open here in a few minutes. So at least I got justice in that one. And then Ada sent me this is crazy here. We might have to start looking in this one. Mexican authorities hunting for Ted Bundy-like serial killer after 3 found dead in Tijuana. A state prosecutor in Tijuana, Mexico, is warning that 3 recent murders in the town along the U.S. border display similar characteristics to the killings of notorious serial killer Ted Bundy. This subject has criminal tendencies associated with violent and psychopathic behavior. Baja California Attorney General Ricardo Ivan Carpio told reporters in Tijuana. His profile is very similar to someone who became very well known decades ago. Carpio said that 3 of the 1,859 homicides recorded so far this year in Tijuana, I mean, what a joke that is, which sits directly across the U.S. border and 20 miles south of downtown San Diego, exhibit signs of a killer who seduces vulnerable women, convinces them to meet in a private setting, and then subjects them to violent sexual acts before murdering them. In addition to the similarities in the way the crimes are carried out, Mexican authorities believe the suspect is an American who traveled across the border and have notified American authorities of the killer's possible identity in hopes of apprehending him in the U.S. Wow, so they might know his identity. We are in communication and are coordinating with other institutions to locate and capture this individual. The suspected killer found the victims at strip clubs and bars in Zona Norte community of North Tijuana, and each woman was found dead in a hotel room. Wow, man. Jesus. The Federal Bureau of Investigation did not immediately respond to a request. Bundy, one of the most prolific killers in American criminal history, confessed to 30 kidnappings and murders of women and girls across 7 states between 74 and 78. Huh. I don't know if we got all 7 of those. I know it was Colorado, I think Idaho, right, and Washington, Oregon, Oregon, and then Florida for sure. But I did a whole series on him for newspapers.com. That was pretty interesting. You know, it was really interesting to go over. We covered Bundy, but we did it sort of as it was happening, so nobody knew who he was. So you're reading these articles, and people are, you know, there's sketches out there, and they're describing his MO, how he would fake injuries, and there was this Volkswagen Bug and all these different. Yeah, Utah was one of them. I don't know if Idaho was one. Yeah, Utah. But Colorado was one. Remember that one crazy killing he had up there? Jeez. A girl's just going back to her room in a hotel, and he ends up murdering her. Just wild. Many more, in my opinion. Yeah, probably. Bundy was known for his personal nature and was able to lure women in public places into situations where he could abduct them by force before beating, strangling, raping, and ultimately killing them. Bundy was executed by electric chair in 1989 after being sentenced to death. Without a doubt, we're going to detain him and we're going to extradite him to Baja, California, where he will be processed. Carpio told reporters about the hunt for the killer. Anyways, might be something to continue to follow up on there. That's crazy. That's a crazy one. All right, so we're going to do the call-ins again. See if there's any thing that you've heard. You know, and you can call in even with your theories and stuff like that, but just back them up. All right. A lot of people don't like the way I do the phone calls, but you know, it just is what it is. Okay. I mean, and here's the thing. I'm going to try something different though, because I think one of the problems for the call is that you're when you're in that little hold room, you're listening to music and then you try to watch the show. So this time you're going to be on the screen up there. You can listen to everything, and then you have to unmute yourself by hitting *6 after I click the button that allows you to unmute yourself. Okay? So that's how it's going to go. You'll be able to listen to everything going on. So don't listen to your computer or any other thing other than the phone, because the phone, you'll get to hear the whole show in there. Does that make sense? Put a 1 if that made sense, because it seems like people still call up and then you hear the whole show in the background. It should make sense. You know, it's like really simple. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. See, it made sense. So this time I'm not
recording
going
in progress
to have the waiting room. So I hope it keeps people in the right order, but I don't know. That's one of the main reasons I use it. Okay, get out, turn off the waiting room, play sound, and then mute participant when they show up. And do not allow participants to unmute themselves until I say they can. Okay, got that. And I'm going to be over here. Yeah, wouldn't that be great if it was the same? Struggling finding the place where I put the phone numbers. It's weird, it just disappeared. There it is. There's 1. All right, there you go. Those are the numbers right there. Awesome. And also, if you guys like to help out the channel, well, before we take any calls though, I was gonna do a donation tonight to Rain. Does that make sense? Is that a good one? I mean, I'm gonna do Rain because I think Rain it encompasses all this crap. I mean, all these girls. I know that Ethan's in there too, but I think the target was probably the girls. So I'm going to put that in there. All right. So what I'm doing right now is because of all the freaks. So when you guys help support the channel, it allows me to bring in income, and then throughout the month and at the end of the month, I try to donate over 50% of the net revenue to various charities. And this is what we're going to do. Right now, I was going to send in $500 to RAIN, which is Violence Against Women, and that's even appropriate to the case just prior. That guy, the guy that was arrested today over there. All right. Hey, thanks, Terry. Appreciate it. So here it goes, and I'm going to do 500. And I gotta move it over here. I'll show you the receipt when it comes in, but I gotta sign into these things.
I'll be
I think.
back if you want me to.
I've introduced 7 new people to this channel since Saturday. I enjoy your work. Great.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thanks for being part of my evenings.
Well, thanks for being part of mine. Just a second. All right, so here's what just popped up on the screen. It said, "Thank you for supporting RAIN and survivors we serve. Your support makes it possible." And right here it said, you know, that's me. It has my address because my address is easy to find out there. But anyways, let me go over to the Gmail now, and there is Scott from RAIN. Thank you for the donation, $500 right there. And then also, here's where it came in through PayPal right there, through my PayPal. So there we go. We just sent in $500 to RAIN, and that's because you guys are all freaking awesome. That's how it works. I do the shows, you support the channel, and it all works. Thanks, Stace on the case and Vix Logic. Awesome. All right, hold on. I think you could see the receipt, right? Yeah, I got the right window there. And thank you, Tamara. Not today, but tomorrow. All right. I'm not sure where the number is. I thought I just put it up on the screen. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now it's on this one as well. So dial away, everybody. We're ready to go. So quiet. I get the music going again. Oh wait, I gotta update the numbers. Hold on. Before we move forward here, I don't want to forget. All right, so the total this year is now 52,750. All right. Then the grand total is 117 since 2021. 117,000 or 100. Oops. Yeah, 117,250. All right, and then we gotta now go to this one and update that. And RAIN is now 7,931. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, 931. There we go. All right, so the totals this year so far are crazy, but it's Special Ops 1,610, RAIN $7,931, NCMEC National Center for Missing and Exploited Children 6,665, and the backlog 500. We got to give more to that one. Abby and Libby Ballpark 2,500, NCVC 500. Our DNA fund has 23,000 in it. The Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women 1,000, Black and Missing 1,000, Texas Equisearch 7,030. We just added those two other ones. Innocence Project 1,525. I think I already said that one, but anyways, there you go. I mean, if that isn't making a difference, what is, right? But yes, if you guys would like to help the channel out with super chats or PayPal or anything that works for you, and if you can't support because you can't do it, then hit the like button, please. All right, that'd be great. Thank you. All right, 913, you got to unmute yourself. Hello.
Hello?
Yep, hello.
Hey, Grant Hughes, Mike Cadell with Radio Free Kansas. You're data intense on your website. I'm trying to find a contact number. I'd like to have you on Radio Free Kansas sometime. You're doing great work.
Oh, thanks.
Okay?
Radio Free, what is that?
really-
What does that mean? Radio Free.
It's Radio Free. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just laughing. What does it mean?
Yeah, I know. You're a very snarky guy. I like it. Radio Free Kansas. It's on Blog Talk Radio.
Okay.
The call-in show. But I want to promote your show, okay? You do great work, and that's all. Have a good evening. I'm going to continue watching.
Well,
Thank you.
that's all it was? Oh, okay, cool. Well, my email and stuff's in the description of all my shows, and if you in the chat, you should be able to see the email if you want.
Okay, I'll look for it. I'll look around.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, have a good one. Bye. Not sure how to. Do I just hit the end button? This is different than the other ones. Okay, 213, you're on.
Hi, it's chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup. What's going on?
Not much. Okay, so I have a angle. I don't know if it's an angle or a theory, but I'm sure you'll tell me if this is completely off track. But basically, when I first saw the car, I was like, okay, it's a Hyundai, it's a Elantra, and for me, I've had experiences with my car getting stolen, and I know that Kias and Hyundais are like the top two types of cars getting stolen, and so I know this is a little bit out there, but like when I got my car stolen, the cops were always saying that they steal them specifically to do other crimes, so that stuck out to me, and then the unknown plate, I think I have two different opinions on how that plays out. Unknown meaning like they just don't have good footage, or two, it's like been manipulated, or there's like a tag or something, or maybe there's no plate at all. And then I also thought it was interesting that, like, I know the girls use TikTok a lot, and there's a group of TikTok kids that basically mess around. They're called like Kia boys, and they steal all these cars. So like, if someone's on TikTok, they could be likely to see those kinds of videos. And I was just saying it could be an aspect. Like if I was thinking, like, if I were to do these, and if I was not going to walk on foot or didn't live close to the area, I'd want a car, but you know, maybe you'd have to steal one to do it. So
yeah, I mean, my thing is, I don't know what. I originally thought that they really think they're suspects, and they want to pretend that they're not, so they'll come forward, or they were just happen to be driving around during a time that they believe something happened, and maybe they saw something. You know, so there's a couple of ways to look at it, because the thing is, like in the Delphi case, they did this in the first 2 days. They put out this image and they said, "Hey, we need to talk to this person. We think you might have seen something," but it turns out that was the actual killer. You know, like he's the killer. So I'm wondering if they're just trying to downplay the real reason they want to talk to the people in the vehicle.
right, I'd also be curious about how many cars pass by usually at that hour. Because I know for like me, like where I live, if it's just like a random car, like if it was specific to the area, one, I think they would have found it or, known who was associated with, or they would have done prior research to check, like, I don't know, their records to see who has that car in the area. So it makes me believe that they just can't tie it to anyone. And with Washington being so close, I wonder if it could be like an out-of-state thing, or
yeah, well, maybe they've been able to confirm every single other vehicle, and this is one that they haven't been able to. Like, they see this video, okay, that's so-and-so, there's this one, and there's one that was in the area and then left the area, and they can't confirm what happened to that vehicle. Like, where did it go?
Right. So
Right.
my thing, I get the two jacks and everyone pointing in their directions, but I've always, I don't know if this is the angle that I'm leaning on, but I do think it could be equally as likely it's just like a stalking case, and it's just somebody that's so not related to the girls that it could just be that's why. Like, they're not, associating the car with anybody close to the circle, because it's, if the car is even meaningful to the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, we don't really know why they think it's they either think they just may have seen something, but here's what I would think, is if these people saw something, I think most people would have came forward and tried to help. They would have said, wow, they know this, everybody in the nation knows this story right now. So if they were driving around right there and they saw some weirdo, they would have called in already. So to me, it's something else. They really, what they're trying to do is clear the vehicle. They want to, like, these people may not have come forward because they didn't see anything, but they don't know where that vehicle went, so they have to clear it, and they want the people to come forward, and then they might ask them, well, did you see anything? But it's probably likely that they didn't see anything, but they didn't need to check it off their list or something, maybe.
Right, and it could be like the Delphi thing, where the longer someone doesn't come forward to say, oh, that was my car, I was in that car, I mean, that makes them more suspicious at the end of the day. So, I mean, I guess time will show, like, if someone comes out and says, like, oh, yeah, that was me, and then, we'll know kind of from there. But if it just, takes months or however long and no one's come forward, I think that's also telling.
Yeah. All right.
So.
Well, what was I going to shoot down that you said?
Well, I just think that it could be a stolen car, and that could be why they might have, like, difficulties or being out of state. And I was also thinking about how Hyundais and Kia.
Okay, well, let me ask you something, just for the hell of it, though. If it's a stolen car, why do they want? You think the drivers of a stolen car are going to go, okay, we'll come in and we'll talk to you about it? That doesn't really make a lot of sense, right? Yeah.
I don't.
Right.
But I think if you were going to take a car to a crime, you wouldn't want to take one that's related to you or could be traced back to you.
Yeah, but what if these kids are? I mean, maybe they were killed by. I don't know. I mean, it seems just the case is crazy, right? Because what college student goes in and kills 4 people? I mean, it's just so, with a knife even. I mean, it's just absolutely. I think it's almost. It really is kind of. It's like the Bundy time, where these stories would come out, where he goes into a sorority and kills all these different girls, and you go, wow, okay. I mean, that's crazy. But that hasn't happened for years. Something similar like that on a college campus, 4 people killed. So it's very, very odd set of circumstances. Even though there's things that make sense about it, like what kind of person might do something like this. It's just the fact that they actually killed all 4 too. Like, nobody lived. There wasn't some, a big battle. 911 calls weren't called. They just snuck in there, killed 4, got out, and never to be seen. It's weird. But anyways, I gotta get these.
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's cool. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, we'll call back again sometime. See, I didn't bash your story into oblivion. See, that was good.
No, I mean, I just had my car stolen like 6 months ago, so it's hot on my mind.
Right, that's how it works for just like the person where, do you have kids, Gray? Because you have to have had a kid,
right?
Or you've had to had a car stolen to know what it's like. Yeah, it's all meaningless. How about this? I was in college. Isn't that different? I mean, how come I couldn't have? I should have played that card. You know, when they said, "Do you have any kids?" and I go, "No, but I was in college." Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone has different experiences and adds a different, I guess, angle to everything. So, I mean, that's why calling in is important, so everybody can hear different perspectives and everything. But that was just mine, just with immediately seeing that car. I'm like, oh no, in my city, those are like the top ones getting stolen. So it could have been, you know, and if they were to commit a crime, if that's what they normally do to steal a car, is to go commit another crime. That's where I was tying it all together. But
right. Okay.
Anyways, I digress. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. I see what you're saying.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Here, hold on a second. Yeah. Yeah, doesn't that make sense? Yeah. If it was a stolen one, right, that's right. They would have a plate number. I'm not really, I gotta be honest, I'm not really, the whole car thing is interesting only to me that they don't know the plate number. They're looking for the drivers of that vehicle because they've seen it driving around on various cameras and they haven't been able to clear it yet. They don't know who those people are. That's why they're looking for it. I think it's a shot in hell to go, well, they were driving around between 3 and 4. We just want to ask them questions if you saw something. I think there's a little bit more to it than that. 336. Oh, look at this. Here's the, look at that. The emoji tumbler. This isn't the everything tumbler. It's the emoji. Oh, look at, there's the cold milk on the face. The experiment from hell. Hey, what's going on? Who's this?
What's up, Gray? This is Doc.
Hey, Doc. What's going on?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something I found today. Could be something, could be nothing. I found it very, very interesting. I just uploaded a video on my channel. You're able to go to it.
Oh, I don't do play people's videos. What did you find? I don't know who you are either. Like
kind of a weird, odd story. So I'll just tell you. But I mean, I've been drawn into the case very first started. So today I went on a hunt around the neighborhood for a ladder on Google Maps. And the reason why is, you know, a lot of people, you know about that ladder that was leaned up against the side of the house, right?
Yeah, I saw the ladder.
So you know, a lot of the reports of people have just been blowing that off and stuff, and I did too. I've been blowing it off. And
well, I think law enforcement put it there
like
so they could get on the roof to to check those windows over there.
But the craziest thing is, you know, some of the other content creators I've been watching are saying, you know, that was there for the students to put up those lights, possibly streaming in the backyard, in the back along that that back balcony and stuff. There's lights back there, right? So I was on Google Maps just looking for anything I can see around the neighborhood close it by the home. So I got down towards the end of the street down there on King Street. Right at the end, I clicked on the middle of the road, and I could turn around and see the kids' balcony, the students' balcony right there. So I looked at the side of the house, and this on Google, according to Google Maps, the capture date was October of 2021. So this was just over a year ago.
That's the street view that they got.
The ladder's not there. The ladder's not there, but the lights were hung up. Now, that wasn't what I was looking for. I was just looking for anything that stuck out initially. But when I got on Google Maps and I went to the end of King Street and I turned around and I could see their balcony, I saw the side of the house, but there's no ladder. And then I saw the lights were there, and I was like, well, people have been saying that ladder was for them lights. So I figured it was nothing. I was like, well, guess what I'm going to do for a little while? I'm going to look.
Oh, they blurred. You know what they did? They blurred out the house on Google Earth.
They did. I think
what the hell? What a
or whatever.
That's ridiculous.
I'm not sure why.
God.
But anyway, if you go to the end of that street on Google Maps and you
oh yeah, I can see.
And you turn around and you look at the house, you can if you're at the right.
Yeah, I can see the lights. I can see the lights. Yeah.
Yeah. See the lights. But but if you at the right angle, you can see that ladder's not there. Okay, it's not there. Okay. Now, so I went on search for a ladder today in the neighborhood. Okay, and it was cool, man. It was the coolest thing. I had Google Earth up and I had Google Maps up, and I was looking at them both. So what I did was, if you're right in front of the student's house on the street at 12 o'clock. And you go on the street.
What do you mean at 12? What do you mean? What do you mean 12 o'clock? What do you mean 12 o'clock? What does that even mean?
Like, okay, like if I'm trying to give you a pinpoint. Right behind their home is Walenta Drive. Right behind their home is Walenta Drive.
Yeah.
If you go directly behind their home, there's a blue house. That's their closest neighbor. Okay.
Who are you referring to when you say behind whose house?
Behind the student's house. If you go directly behind the student's house, the back way in.
Yeah.
You'll run into. There's a street back there behind their home. It's called Walenta Drive. And on Walenta Drive, you go.
See it. How do you spell Walenta Drive?
4-9. You spell it WALENTA Drive.
They were driving around between 3 and 4.
What is that?
Hey, what's going on? Who's this?
What's going on there? That's like 25, 30 minutes ago.
Listen, you're going to freak out if you actually see this, Greg.
Okay, but anyways, it's Walenta Drive.
There's a picture of a person. There is a picture of when Google Maps snapshotted these photos of this area.
Yeah.
There is a man walking on that sidewalk behind their home. A year before that, there is a guy walking on this sidewalk.
Yeah.
It's on Google Maps.
Okay, but what street? I know, but just tell me the street, though, because you said Walenta Drive, but where on Walenta Drive?
Yeah. Okay, so if you're on Walenta Drive, at that house, that's what I was trying to tell you. You got to put yourself in behind on Walenta Drive. The blue house that's directly behind their home, you got to put yourself right in front of that house on Google Maps.
Yeah.
Where you're staring at it. Okay? Now, when you're there, let me know.
Well, I see a blue house that has like a really sloped roof, right? And there's a white car in the driveway.
Let me see. Let me go do. Let me see. Let me see where you're at.
Well, I'm doing exactly what you said. There's a house behind it.
Okay, let me catch up. I see you alive right now. Let me catch up. Okay, hold on. That's the wrong place.
Okay, but that's exactly where you described it to me.
All right, so look.
You've got their house right here. Look at what I'm looking at.
All right, my bad. Look.
Their house right here. Look at what I'm looking
Okay. All right, go to their house. Go to their house real quick. I'm watching your live. Right
Yeah,
now.
I'm right here. I'm just going to look down at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm just going to look down at it.
Okay. So right there. See where that blue truck is? Expand it out somewhere you can see a little bit more. So
Yeah.
Right there. Where that blue truck is, expand it out somewhere you can see a little bit more. Okay. Now you are.
I need to be a little quicker getting through this. It's really simple stuff. So, like, do you have where is it on this picture right here? Which one of these homes is it?
Like, do you have, where is it on this picture right here?
Let me bring it back up. Hold on. Let me bring it back up.
Do you have, where is it?
That's what I was saying. You need to go to my video. It's a lot.
I don't want to. I don't want to play your video. I'm not. That's not why I'm here. Yeah. You get in trouble for playing people's videos, even when people give permission. All right, so.
You get in trouble for playing people's videos, even when people give permission.
You're.
Right, so, you get in trouble for playing people's videos, even when people give permission.
You're.
Right, so, you get in trouble for playing people's videos, even when people give permission.
I mean, Walenta Drive is right
Where I
here.
want you to be. Hold on.
And it
Hold on,
keeps.
I'm going to put you right in where I want you to be.
Walenta Drive is right here. And it keeps, I'm going to put you right here where I want you to be. Walenta Drive is right here. And it keeps.
Can you turn down your audio in the background or something? It's just really.
Yeah, that's me watching you work.
Turn down your audio.
Yeah, but you can just turn down the audio
You're
and
gonna
watch
wanna-
it.
You're going to want to see this, dude. I'm telling you, this guy, he's walking and he looks like he's holding a weapon. You're going to want to see this one, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm going to bring it up right now.
Yeah. So you just tell me where on here you see something like that.
Let me go back to my photos because I took several photos. There's a corner.
There's lots of corners.
Right. Go to the corner. Go to the corner of Walenta Drive and Ridge Road. Go to the corner of Walenta Drive and Ridge Road.
Background or something? It's Walenta. Background or something? It's Walenta. Background or something?
So if you're on Walenta Drive. If you're on Walenta Drive. Okay, I'm watching. Sorry, I'll mute that.
Yeah, I mean, this says Ridge Road here, but I don't know if that's what that is or.
All right, is there a stop sign right there?
No. Yeah, well, it says Ridge Road. I guess Walenta Drive is Ridge Road at some point. Because I'm looking at it. It actually says Walenta Drive and then Ridge Road and then it's also.
Right.
Oh, I see. Right here then maybe. Maybe it picks up again. Let's see.
Right. Oh, I see. Right.
I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, this guy walking. There he is. I see. There's a guy walking.
Yeah, turn around.
Yeah, I know. I just saw him there. I saw him there.
There, Gray. Now, Gray, zoom in on him. It looks like he's carrying something. This was a year ago. Looks like he's carrying something, though.
Okay, but I mean, what do you think he's carrying?
This was a year ago, dude. Look, this dude's walking in pants and a blue sweatshirt, man. And he's right in the house behind their home. That blue house.
I know, but he didn't kill anybody a year ago, though. You got to be kidding me, right?
Dude, that just means that there's somebody walking, though, dude. This is somebody who frequents this area. This is a local.
Yeah, but there are locals there.
This is a local. Why is he walks this area so close? That blue house right behind him, that's behind him where he's walking from,
Yeah.
That's the house directly behind the student's house.
I think it looks like he's got a burrito in his hand. You don't think that's
Looks like he's got holding something. I looked at it at all angles. There's a specific angle. You know what's weird, though? If you go up a little bit and turn around, the Google Maps capture switches to 2007.
No, it does that all the
and there's
time.
A bicycle.
Hey, you missed this guy, right?
Yeah, and there's a bicycle. There's a bicycle up against that stop sign. It's really weird.
Well, no, but I've done it before where like you're going down the street and it shifts 10 years later.
Stop right there. Go up where you see the house. Okay, now turn around.
Well, there's also a guy way up here. There's a guy way up here standing there. Maybe
there's a guy up
he's
there.
scouting out.
That person up in that porch.
He's scouting for this guy, right?
But he's still.
Okay.
Anybody that walked in this neighborhood, no. You have to go closer to their home. Go closer to that home up there, right?
Yeah, I know it changes dates and things. Yeah.
Right, and then there's a bicycle parked at that stop sign. It's weird. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, now turn around. And look at the stop sign that was at the corner of Ridge Road.
Yeah.
Wait for the guy.
Right, because this is 2007. Yeah, it's really old. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so now if you turn around at where it goes to 2000.
Yeah, I know, but this. Okay, great. Okay. I think you're just you're just okay. Look at you're just goofing around, man.
Dude, I told you I searched this whole neighborhood for a freaking ladder. This dude.
Okay, all right, okay.
It was really weird, dude.
All right, well, hey, cool.
I thought it was really weird that he was there.
Yeah. Well, hey, all right, cool. I'm gonna get going though because I don't think there's anything to it. But hey, I appreciate your work. Thanks. Wow. There's nothing there whatsoever, you guys. Sorry about that. I actually think that it's possible that person was just trolling and pretending there was all this. I don't know what they were doing. Because it's not really weird at all. They just stitch together images. That's what sometimes I've said, oh, look how crazy this is, how you're looking at it and then it's 20 years earlier. I think he was like mimicking me or something, trying to make it seem, but I don't do that shit at all. Yeah, I think that person was a troll. I think what they were trying to do is mimic me, and I think that was actually Godsey right there, actually. And that's why if there was like a video channel, he was hoping I'd play a video that was probably going to say something really shitty. But see, that's what I have to deal with, guys, and you wonder, why is Gray like that sometimes? Yeah. All right. Somebody referred to themselves as the true crime channel with empathy, because they refer to, they say unalived. Really? I think people can have empathy without saying unalived. I think that's not true. But we don't do trigger warnings here, though. Okay, that's the truth. That's just not. That's true crime. The true crime genre.
For being so mean, you sure are nicer than I am when it comes to ridiculous people. Smiley face.
Well, I tried, Abby Jello. Thank you, though. Thank you very much. And Scout and Dude.
I'll do Chewbacca if you want me to.
That call proves Gray is not mean.
Here's the thing. If you're in the true crime genre, you shouldn't ask for trigger warnings. Don't follow it. Get out of the genre. Do not watch another video again if you're somebody that requires trigger warnings. I mean, don't you think it's ludicrous to give trigger warnings to people and they're watching a true crime channel? I think it's almost absurd at this point. Yes, we're talking about bad things, okay? And we should be able to speak about it freely so that people can learn something instead of, oh, well, we're going to have to dumb it down because it's scary to... don't follow it, for God's sakes. You should be doing something totally different if you get triggered. I mean, it'd be like this. Gosh, I get triggered when I watch basketball games. I almost become homicidal. In fact, there's been a couple times where I get in my car and I crash it against a tree. Well, maybe you should quit watching the games. No, I can't, man. I love it. Man, I love the games, but... Yeah, forget it. All right, 520, you're on. Hello?
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I've got an idea about the car that they've identified.
Yeah, what's your idea?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I think they were looking at the street and the skid marks. And so maybe they identified the tire.
Oh yeah, huh. That's good. That's a good idea. That's a good thought. Yeah.
The Hyundai.
Yeah, because they actually, I think they were looking right here where I have it on. I don't know if you can watch, but where it starts going uphill just before you turn right to go around to the side of their house. That's where they were. They were looking at those tire tracks. It's not a bad idea because maybe they determined the tires are likely from. But, you know, it's just, what a shot in the dark that is, though. You think somebody's going to peel out? I mean, they have their car parked there, they're going to peel out after killing somebody? I don't know.
I don't know, but they're, I mean, I don't know if it's if they're just grasping at straws or...
Yeah. I have a feeling that there are surveillance cameras around there. I guess... let's see. Kaylee's parents found a camera, and that's how they were able to sort of lock down. Oh, hold on. Just a second. Well, they were able to sort of lock down the time frame that they got home at 1:56, not 1:45, like they were all saying before. And so maybe that camera filmed that type of a car, but you know, at night it's really blurry. You're not going to get a license plate out of it.
Yeah.
So they know that it was driving around like at 3:30 or something.
Yeah. And if you look at that Elantra, it's got really interesting headlights and tail lights.
Yeah.
That are specific to the car, you know.
Well, like there was somebody, somebody named, I forgot what her name was. Like there is a Elantra that's parked right here, and it could be, you know, it looks like a 2013. It's right down the street. It's actually right next to where Kaylee's boyfriend and another person with the same first name, Jack, lived. It's right there. I mean, but do they own a vehicle? But it doesn't look white, though. That's the problem. It looks kind of a silver blue or something like that. But it could be white. I don't know.
And that's all I've got.
But I think it's a decent thought, though, that maybe they were able to a certain type of tire on the factory. You know, well, I don't know, but I don't know if it'd be factory in 2013. It'd be pretty old, you know. But I mean, the best tires ever made to last that long. But I don't know. I think it's more likely that they saw the vehicle. What do you think?
I think that's all I got.
That's all you got. Well, hey, it's something, man. It's something. Anyways, I appreciate it. Thanks for calling in.
Okay.
All right, see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I think it works better when people can listen. I think Cairo would say, yeah, that's much better. I think he waited not for 45 minutes once listening to hold music, but probably had the video playing on the side. All right. 445, you're on. Thanks, Marty McFly. Oh, you think? I think so too, Marty. The guy with the burrito. He's got some. I already had a feeling the person was full of crap when they were saying he's got what looks like a weapon, you know. And then look how weird it is. This bike over here. I mean, I do talk about sometimes. I'll say it is when you're going through Google Earth, and then all of a sudden the entire structures of buildings change in a 10-year period. You know, I think he was trying to sound like me, but it didn't work well because I'm not interested on mundane crap like that. That was kind of funny, though. I was like, wow, is he trying to sound like me? At least I sure as hell hope he was joking around. Hey, 445, you gotta unmute yourself. You gotta hit the *6. 445.
Hey,
Hello, I can hear you.
Gray. Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad. Who's this?
It's Brian. Brian.
Brian, what's going on?
Yeah, how you doing?
Not bad.
All right, good stuff. I just want to ask you one question about the what is it? The oh God, the Idaho murders.
Yeah, the Idaho murders. Yep.
Yeah, and I heard that the guy from the Grub
trucker.
the drug shop, and he left the country.
Yeah, the guy with the hoodie. Well, people are claiming he left the country, but what if he already had a trip to go with his dad or something?
Mm-hmm.
Was he supposed to not go because people online think he's a killer?
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Did you go to college?
Yeah, I did.
Good, yeah, 'cause you're really smart, really. I'm so glad I found your channel.
Well, cool.
Yeah, I really enjoy your shows.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I like you stick to facts and like that. And Idaho, when you did the house, that takes skill.
Yeah, it takes it gets really tedious, to be honest with you. Some of that 3D stuff. It's like you sit there.
Yeah, right now.
Like there's times where
right now,
what you call they're called
liking your videos and sharing it. I got two of my brothers to subscribe to your channel, and once I'm finally able to donate, I definitely am.
Yeah.
So I like that you donate money to charity.
Yeah, well, the freaks make it so that I can do that. It's awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, and like you're a really good guy. It's serious.
Well, you wouldn't. A lot of people don't think that because they don't like me. But thank you for saying that.
I like you.
Well, cool.
Awesome. That's serious. Like.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing right now? What are you doing?
I'm sitting in my kitchen watching my tablet on your YouTube right now.
Sweet. All right. Well.
And you live in Oregon, right?
Yeah, I live way far away. What about you? Where do you live?
Yeah, I live in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's way out there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to move on to the next caller, but I appreciate you calling in, Brian.
Yeah. Get to the next call. All right, great. You have a great night, and I'll watch your show.
Okay, man. Have a good one. See ya.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, bye. All right, Brian. Oh, looks like the other caller dropped off there. So, anyways, if you guys have any thoughts on the case, go ahead and call in. Yeah. Nope, there's one right there. All right, 502, you're on there. Hello? You gotta unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me, mate?
I can hear you. What'd you call me, Nate?
What's up, Gray? I've been wanting to talk to you for a minute, man.
You said, you said Nate? My name isn't Nate. Or did you say mate?
Gray, man. Gray.
Oh, yeah, what's up? Who's this?
Oh, this, man, you already know I'll be blazing out here in Portland, and I just saw you were from here, and I want you to know, like, what you think about, like, the Portland Trailblazers? They got Shaden Sharp on the team. I know you're a big fan of them.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, I think he's going to be a great basketball player at some point.
I know. I'm on the come up too, you know, man.
Oh, yeah?
It's just crazy. It's murder stuff. I see what you doing, man. And you getting that work and doing it, man.
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
Yeah, it's...
All right. I think that was a troll, too, or something. No idea. What the hell? What's going on? That's crazy tonight. 254. Hello.
Oh, hello, Gray. I'm not a troll.
Are you sure?
I've been getting a few trolls.
I think I'm like
I'm sure. I've been hearing.
Oh
I
for.
think you got some trolls tonight.
Yeah. What's your...
I think like 5 for 0 right now. But the only thing I was going to say is, I'm sure you've watched the body cam footage from the incident of the police where they.
No, there's not much going on. It's just they're just sort of
house.
staring. It's just like it's not doing much. The camera footage. I'm not even
Right,
sure what
but
they're
if you
doing.
look in the background.
Yeah, you can
if
see
you
the
look
house
in
in
the
the
background-
background to the right. Yeah.
But you can also see a white car sitting in front.
Ah, okay.
Like kind of in that
now
same
you
spot.
can. Yeah. Yeah, it's
If
too.
you look, you can see there's a white car parked a little bit in front there.
Right.
Maybe that's the white car they're looking for.
Yeah. I don't
Because
know.
they're looking for a white car, and that was
Mm.
at 3 a.m. And you could see a white car parked kind of in that same spot they were measuring the tire imprint.
Yeah, there's lots of
So,
white cars
I was
over there.
thinking-
Yeah.
Right.
And no,
No,
you
there's
can't.
some, but-
Well, you can't see where they were measuring the tire imprints in that photo.
Right, it was up the hill a little.
It was behind the buildings. It's behind the buildings.
Right.
Like if you're standing in this grass over here and you're filming this way, the tire tracks are filmed over here, so you wouldn't be able to see that car. And images like this are so blurry. Yes, there looks like there's a white car here. There is a white car
Right.
there. There's a white car there. But you know, we can't tell
Right. But I was
anything
just
about
wondering
it.
if maybe it was they identified who some of these white cars belong to, but maybe one of them they haven't. Maybe that's what it is. But it that's just what I was thinking. Why they're saying the white car? You know, maybe
Alright.
it's something that they've seen, or in other surveillance videos, maybe they've seen this white car.
Right. Yeah, I think it's just probably seen on a camera, and they're looking for those
Right.
people because everybody else has come forward. They've been able to account for every other
Right.
vehicle they see moving around and people, but there's one car that they haven't been able to track or hear back from those people. So that's what I
Right.
think they're doing.
Right, and I know, and this is probably one of the only videos that we've been able to see during that time in that area. So,
Mhm.
I'm seeing white cars. That's why it's probably in my head.
Is it
white cars.
is it anywhere else out there other than on Banfield's show?
A couple other creators have.
Well, why can't they
about,
just
like,
release the
criminality.
footage to somebody? I mean, I'd like to. Is there a
Yes.
website you can just download it from, or?
I don't know. I've seen it on like Criminality. I like her. She has. it
Well, yeah,
on
I don't
her
want. We
show.
don't do the thing where we pump. Because
Oh,
here's the thing: is
okay,
I might
yeah.
think that channel sucks. Okay, and
Right,
I have to actually
I
like
know.
a channel before I'm going to say something about it on here. And
Right.
there's a few that I like, But the thing
Right,
is,
and I'll be honest. I don't like you, but I like your content because you're the only one who keeps it real, and I like real. I like what.
well, apparently a lot of people don't like real. They like being entertained and sensationalism. I try to make people
Right.
laugh here and there during a show, but that's about it.
Right.
So.
And the other thing, that I was thinking also, like when it came down to, the father did say, Haley had more significant wounds, and in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, she could either be the first person who was killed or the third person who was killed, because I was thinking just like trying to think how this would work. So if they went to kill Zena and Ethan first, and then so evidently there was a fighting back because maybe the killer learned he couldn't just kill somebody without them making a sound. It was going to wake the next person up. So maybe when he got upstairs, he went ahead and split her throat because I know it's not known, but there was things put out there at one time saying that it was because her throat was split and the other ones just had heart.
Well, nobody said that on any news channel or. See, you're repeating stuff you read on a Facebook group or on Reddit where somebody goes, "Yeah, so her kid." It's just pure guessing by people.
I thought I heard it from the father.
No, the father never. All the father said was their wounds were different. Their injuries were. He just said that they were the cause of death was different.
Was different.
Yeah. I mean,
and
by cause they were both sharp. Well, basically, he didn't really say even the cause was different. He just said that the he didn't say manner. What was the word he used?
Was different.
He used a word like started with an M. The word. He didn't say manner. He didn't. Manner is like is it a homicide, suicide, or anything like that? The cause of death is like exactly what happened that caused the death. Right. Yeah, he said means. There it is. So he just said means, but what he meant was he just meant like the wounds were different. Like one of them, for example, the other ones were all stabbed in the torso, and then all of a sudden one of them had stabs to the face or whatever, whatever, just different. That's all he was saying. He didn't talk about any wounds or anything. I don't know where that's coming from.
That's
I mean,
true.
we can guess on it.
Yeah, I know. And it's terrible because I'm listening to things and then I'm not really knowing where it's coming because I don't really get on Reddit or Facebook, so I'm probably listening to other articles because it's even some of these really well-known news stations are putting out a lot of
garbage,
stuff that's not true. Yeah, and it's like confusing me on it even because then I'm thinking, okay, well, is that true? What's true here? But I would think, well, maybe.
Well, here's the thing: is look at sensationalism sells. That's why they do it. Okay, so that's why I suffer a lot during some of these big cases because I'm not willing to sit here and play. Put a list up of the 3 different people and what what makes them a suspect and all these things, and it's like we might talk about somebody here and there, but. Whenever you start doing stuff like that, it's making it seem like you're legitimately questioning, like you really think, okay, these are the killers, and we gotta, I don't know.
Because there's so many more people other than that Jack guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure those girls rejected a lot of guys. That's not the only guy. That's the only guy on a video that everybody saw. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that. Have hard feelings towards those girls because those girls aren't dating everybody. You're not going to date them all, so there's probably other people that have hard feelings.
Yeah, I mean they're very they're very attractive girls, and there might have been people out there that weren't really wanted to be with one of them, but they would never be with them and. Went nuts. Okay, but anyways, I got like 5 other people lined up over here.
I know. Okay, all right. Thank you. Good night.
Have a good one. Bye bye. All right. Welcome, Jennifer. Yeah, you guys join the channel. We got 8 new channel members tonight. That's pretty good. 2,190 people watching. If you guys could take a moment to hit that like button, that would be awesome. So let's go ahead and play some music while you guys hit that button. Yeah, hit that like button. Come on. It doesn't take any effort to hit that like button. Okay, it's very simple. You just go, okay, good stuff. Thank you very much. All right, now let me get one of these calls. 208, you're on. You gotta unmute yourself. Hey. Hello.
Hey, can you?
Huh?
Hey, Greg, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, awesome. Quick question. I jumped in probably midway through on your stream, so I don't know what's been talked about yet. Have you touched on the 1500 Levick Street sort of sleuth that's going around?
Is that with the car parked there or something, or?
Yeah, the car's parked there.
A car. Okay, not the car, right?
No. Sorry, should have clarified. There is a white Hyundai Elantra matching the year description parked outside this business.
Mm-hmm.
And why I mention it...
And what's the name of the address? What's the address again? I saw somebody talking. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. 1501 Levick Street. It's going to be like a warehouse, and it's going to say there's a hair salon that's attached to that address.
Levick, like V-I-C-K, that one?
L-E-V-I-C-K.
Oh.
So I found this in a couple of the other groups that I'm in following this, and from what I saw is it possibly is owned by an employee that works in this warehouse. And a couple other people are speculating because somebody had posted anonymously somewhere, I believe it was Reddit, that there's a man that used to work at this, one of these establishments here, and he carried a large knife on him, similar to the one that police are looking for. And management told this person multiple times to stop bringing him to work, and the guy would get angry at them and freak out and all this other stuff. He told me he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess I read the same thing. Like he went to, he would go to work every day. He would have the knife, and they said, "Don't wear your knife." And he goes, "I'm going to wear it." And he kept wearing it and kept wearing it. And then one day he didn't wear the knife. It was right after the murder. Didn't wear the knife anymore. And then the person said, "Well, why don't you wear the knife?" Or like that, right?
Yeah, doesn't wear the knife anymore, stuff like that. But apparently he was on the job every day, would even come into work on days that weren't scheduled, but now he's just not been at work for the last 2 weeks, and they have done welfare checks at his residence, and he's not home. So I'm just curious, what's your take on this?
Is this the one that's actually not really where it's on the side street, right?
What's that?
It's on a side street, not exactly where you said it was. Oh, well, I guess it is kind of on a side. It's on a side street, and it's a white car. There's a red car in front of it. That one.
Yeah. That is a.
It looks similar.
I believe to.
Especially when you look at the top one, it looks almost identical. Although the lights, it could just be the angle. They don't seem to curve at the same.
Yeah,
point.
It is a Hyundai Elantra.
Yeah.
I just I don't know, but it is a Hyundai. Yeah, it is a Hyundai Elantra.
It looks like the wrong year though, because I'm looking at the grill in the front. It doesn't match the grills. It's quite a bit different. Hold on, let me check something. Just a second.
Right.
Just a second.
It is possible because they're looking into this because of the white vehicles that were caught on body cam. It's dark. They could have got the year description wrong, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but it's something interesting to look into.
Yeah, I'm gonna just check it out.
Especially if this been to work in weeks and is not carrying this knife anymore. And
yeah, I can't find the one that has that same grill. That's where the H is on, sort of the. I'm not sure what you call it. Where there's it's totally different looking. So let me go back even 2010. How long have they been making the Elantras?
Oh,
here's one.
Elantras.
Yeah, so this could be more 2010 has that same similar looking grill, but it could be, look at this one here. Although it doesn't seem to have that little kind of that molding on the side that makes that angled up sharp line there. Doesn't seem to have that, but it has the same. Well, that grill isn't right. Maybe it's even more recent, like 2020. No, they have a bigger grill. I don't know. Could be. Anyways, that's where he worked. The same guy.
As far as I remember, they did not dox what he did in the line of work, but the building is attached to a hair salon and a moving company, and it's just lots of speculation. Is Haley was in the moving process at the very beginning, so it's possible she could have went in for a quote to see how much it would cost or whatnot, and just some random creeper just found where she lived and did what he did. And it's not doxing people or ousting innocent people. It's just interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
the car there looking for that somewhat matches the description. Dude's not carrying a knife anymore. He's not showing up to work anymore.
Yeah. Well, they're just saying it's an Elantra. Somebody just said it's not an Elantra, though. So this is a Hyundai. Okay, let me type that in. Hold on a second. What did you say? Sonata?
Yeah.
No, wait. It's an Elantra, but hold on. Let me type in the other one. Hold on. I don't know. Let's see. I'll try 2000. Yeah, that looks more like that. Ish. I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, I mean, it does have the little grill thing at the bottom, like maybe a 2015 Hyundai Sonata. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're just, looking for a vehicle that they saw on a body camera, like, hey, we're looking for this kind of vehicle. It could have been a white Sonata.
I mean, it could have been I mean, exactly. I mean, the thing is, I think they must have it clear enough where they can see the grills, and we're able to determine, because that's kind of a key element. But I mean, who knows, right?
Or you could just been basing it off of somewhat of a similar body style, or even the taillights.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's interesting.
I mean, I don't know. But
yeah, it does match quite a bit to the Sonata, though. A lot of the elements of it, but I don't know what year or anything. And I don't really want to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what year it is and all that kind of stuff. But, there's a million cars in that town, probably tons of Hyundais or whatever the hell it is. Hyundai.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see what your takes on it. I mean, it's interesting, all these variables that are...
The story about the guy with the knife, if it's true, is interesting regardless of the vehicle.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen like 6 different things. A guy got arrested for beating his girlfriend or whatever, and he has a bandage on his arm. So people are like, oh, it's got to be him. He's got injuries. But this almost seems more plausible because he was carrying around a knife that looks kind of like what they're looking for, and not showing up now. So
yeah,
I hope they're looking into it. It's,
yeah,
crazy how social media and people with smartphones do investigative work on their now.
Yep, that's right. Okay, well, I appreciate you calling in with that.
Yeah, no problem.
At least I wasn't the one that had to do it. Anyways, have a good one. See you later.
Bye. You too.
Bye. Yeah, you guys, I'm almost going to have to throw myself in prison. We've got to one of those weird little... modes. I'm sure I was mean to somebody tonight, don't you think? Had to have been. So here we go. We're going to do the... Well, I know how to really do it. That... You guys are going to get me out with that music, right? I know, I've been an angel, right? I'm in the angel prison, man. You guys are... Now I'm definitely in jail because I'm so mean. With this music? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's fun? Shit, I thought it was suck. I know, so I was hoping you want to bail me out to get rid of the music, for God's sakes. Uh-oh. We are at 0 because WNC Granny and then Billy Juliana negated it. Thank you, guys. Wow, with 2,000 people watching, we can't get anybody to get me out of here. Please make it stop, Jessica Shoebox said. Oh, there you go. We can get it out now. Living it as in living the dream. And then Patty G007. The music will stop shortly as soon as we get to... Thank you, Kitty Cronister and Scooter Larson. Make it stop. Make it stop music. Thanks, KK. And chicken noodles. Hey, look at that. It's Tawanda. Wow, I haven't seen you in a million years. You are mean. Oh, and Mama 457 Rose. Yeah, you guys are taking care of my meal, the bus ride home. It's awesome. Excellent. Oh, and WNC Granny. Missed the whole bunch here. Tamara. There we go. Come on. Alright, I'll switch it to... Oh, together? Everyone likes this one. Just Dawn and Betty Fremont. Alright, and so thank you guys very much. That also helps. Like earlier in the show, we donated $500 to Rain, so that helps the income to the channel and allows me to do it. And it's really the freaks that are doing it, but it just is. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Guess what, everybody? It is Sack and Fox Nanny's birthday today. Thank you guys for getting me the hell out of there. So we're going to get Mary Lou out here real soon, and then we got some more calls to do. One Sly Angel and Sour Patch Kid. Alright, so it's Sack and Fox Nanny's birthday. So where the hell is Mary Lou? Where is she? Are you out there, Mary Lou?
Yeah, I'm here, Gray. Jeez.
Whoa! I mean, you don't sound too excited, Mary Lou, for God's sakes. Thank you, Caligal3. But yeah, can you sing birthday for Sack and Fox Nanny?
Sack and Fox Nanny? What does that even mean? Well,
that's a good point, Mary Lou. What does Sack and, after all these years, what in the hell does Sack and Fox Nanny mean? Okay. Wow, let's see. I guess we've never really thought about that. But anyways, you're going to sing happy birthday for her anyways. All right. Okay.
Okay, Gray, I'm going to do it. But I don't know what it means.
Chewbacca?
Yeah, but maybe she'll tell us what it means. What does it mean, Sack and Fox Nanny? It's my tribe. Okay, there you go. All right.
A tribe? What? Okay. Happy birthday to Sack and Fox Nanny. Whatever the hell that means. Happy birthday, dear Sack and Fox Nanny. Whatever the hell that means.
Would you quit saying whatever the hell that means at the end? She explained it to you.
Gosh, don't interrupt me again, Grab. Singing. Happy birthday, dear second fox nanny. Wonder how that means. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
What in the hell was that? Was that Clem sneaking in again?
And many more. Yeah, what does second fox nanny mean?
Yeah, I asked the same thing. I didn't really get an answer. It's weird.
Yeah, hey Mary Lou, listen. I'm not sure what's going on there, but you kept saying whatever the hell that means, okay? That's not very nice, all right? It was her birthday today, and she just wanted you to sing instead of saying whatever the hell that means. All right? But thanks anyways, Mary Lou.
Well, thanks, Gray. Gee.
Wow. Okay, let me get this. What the hell? Where is Mary Lou's face? There it is. Get the hell out of there. And back to the middle monitor. I mean, she didn't do too bad, right? Second fox nanny? That's what they call you have a Native American tribe called Sac and Fox Nanny, or is that your name in the tribe? I'm confused. Yeah, I think the Retson caused the problem there. Hey, thanks, AF. Yeah. So Mary Lou, can I ask you something? Mary Lou, hello, Mary Lou.
What, Gray? Jeez, you're always mean.
No, I wanted to know if you smoked the cigarettes with Retson today.
Yes, I did, Gray. I smoked the cigs with Retson.
Well, good for you. Good for you. She did. She's not very talkative, obviously. She's feeling. The singing was stunning, Eugenie said. Wow, it was. I think that might have been one of her best renditions. Yeah, absolutely was. Okay, let me get this one. All right, 509, you're on. Hello. You gotta unmute.
Gray.
Hey, what's going on? Who's this?
Angel Girls 1980.
Angel, what? Say that again?
Angel Girls 1980.
Okay, that means you graduated from high school in 1980, and Angel Girl is your other name, right?
No, my daughter was born in 1980, and my granddaughters are angels.
Well, it could have been right. I was.
Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, okay, I'm not going to overwhelm you with ladders and cars.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know, don't you think they started removing things out of the crime scene too soon?
I don't know. They seem like they've left them there a long time.
Well, I mean the U-Haul.
Yeah, what about the U-Haul?
The U-Haul was there today, and they were hauling out.
Yeah, but man, that's been
items.
weeks. I mean, this happened.
You think it don't? Well, I just wondered if it would compromise anything.
Well, I think they found all the stuff that they needed to find, and there's probably items like in drawers that are keepsakes and things that have nothing to do with. This person probably just came in and started stabbing people and killed them, and that's kind of where. That's it, right? I mean, there isn't going to be things in drawers or dressers and clothes hanging up in a closet that couldn't be taken out of there.
Okay, I guess I've never seen them start removing things when the crime.
Well, you know what the truth is? We don't actually ever hear of that, but they do that all the time. This case has just so much scrutiny, and every freaking element's being talked about. I'm surprised they haven't said, who goes in and cleans up the blood? Now I know in Israel the Hasidic Jews actually clean up after the bombings on the streets. They're the ones that go and clean up the blood. But in cases like this, who goes in and does that work? All right. But see, I don't even like. I see somebody does do that, but like I don't really need to know and actually like it's just something that happens. You know, I mean, let's say there's a murder. What's the appropriate amount of time to leave stuff in there? Like 6 months later, it's still just all the clothing and everything's just sitting in the house. I mean, at some point they have to clear the house. And if I was the owner, I would just, it has to be demolished. I mean, there isn't a soul that will ever want to live there. In fact, as a matter of fact, I would actually tear down the building and build a little park or something there for people that live there to hang out. I mean, even if you built another building there, there isn't anybody that would want to live in a house that's sitting on a space where 4 kids were murdered. I think it would just feel strange to people. But tear down the house regardless, and if you want to build another one, go ahead. But you know, just man, there's no way in hell I would ever step foot in there, spend one freaking night.
It would just attract creeps.
Except if you're like Cairo would love to sleep there though, because he went to Lizzie Borden's house, I think, and slept in there. He's like,
well, send all the spirit box people in there, and then just mow it down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyway, I don't believe in spirit boxes. I was trying to make a joke.
That was funny, yeah.
And then
no,
the
I
other
believe
question, and then they probably would enjoy it, and the owner might get some extra cash to sell. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But the other question I have too is it true that there's only 4 detectives from Moscow working on this? I know they have the FBI going.
Well, they have
in
tons
there,
of people working on it. They listed them all a while ago. There's a ton of people working on it.
Wouldn't it make sense at this point just to turn it all over to the FBI?
Nah, I don't think so.
I mean, it's just so local, and you know, and they did an interview with the sheriff there while he was removing things from the house and shoes and pillows and all kinds of things and putting in this U-Haul. And then they get it stuck, and they went up to do an interview, and he's smiling the whole time. It almost seems like he was looking for fame. And I hate to be rude, but you know, it's like it's been a long time since they've had a murder, and they've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, I mean, that's something people keep talking about.
I think it's over their head.
I don't know, because the FBI and everybody would be telling them, hey, you know, we need to do this. They're not going to, I mean, it might be something newer to them, but they're all trained exactly like everybody else is trained. So I'm sure having the FBI and other agencies around are helping guide maybe a group of people that aren't quite as experienced. I guarantee it they're doing the stuff that they should be doing. You know, this isn't, you know, I mean, the FBI has been involved since the beginning, so at least they were smart enough to know to do that, right?
Yeah, I guess it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's frustrating, and I know it's
but if you just turned it all over and said, we give up, that would be so demoralizing for the future and any other police departments. They got to maintain a presence, keep working with the other agencies and get this thing solved, and then everybody will feel like they're pretty competent, and they'll have learned a tremendous amount in the process, right?
Okay, well then I'll rephrase it. I hope the FBI are really working hard, and the sheriff and the police department is so small, is working on calming things down.
Right, yeah.
You know, and doing less interviews is probably better, except for press releases.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion. Don't make fun of me when I hang up.
I'm not going to make fun of you. I don't do that.
Because I brought up two really good points, right?
Yeah, you had good points. I only make fun of people when, like, if they call in and, like the guy that called in about the guy holding a burrito, like that was totally, it obviously was bogus, but the whole thing that the guy was saying, I spent the whole day, man, and I found this guy, he's walking around.
I know.
And you know what, as a matter of
What's
fact,
that
I had a
matter?
call a week ago, and it's the same, he did the same thing 2 weeks ago, in the same case and everything, same street area, and that's why I was already kind of a little leery, thinking, is this a troll? Because there was another guy, he had me go up and down and look for these steps that lead down, and then all of a sudden he busted out some swear words and shit, so it sucked.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Now, that guy with the ladder, was he talking about the ladder on the side of the house in the front?
Yeah, what's funny is the ladder never got brought up again. He was like, yeah, so there's a ladder. Now, if you go over here, you can see the lights over there. Now, you can't see the ladder. Right.
I totally got lost. I mean,
yeah, he wasn't making any
I was
sense the
like-
whole time, but I was thinking maybe there's a point somewhere, and never really was. So,
'Cause
anyway.
there is a blue ladder on the side of the house, and it did have tape over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what that means, but
Well, I think
it's just there.
I think law enforcement used it to get up there to check things out. I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
And then put tape around it, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. All right.
Well, thanks for taking my call. I just was curious about what you thought about all the removal of things going on now.
Yeah.
I was
So-
kind of hoping that maybe they're getting closer to something, but they said it was for the family.
Yeah.
But I love your show. I'm a brand new member, and I absolutely love Jessica. You're one of your mods.
Oh, Schubach, yeah.
She's amazing. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, you have a
Thanks
fan
for
out
welcoming-
there. You're the greatest mod in the
Yes.
history of the planet. All right. Have a good one.
She welcomed me in.
Well, cool. All right. Well, have yourself
don't
a
let
good
go
rest
of
of the
her.
evening. Good call there. Good call. I got 3 more on hold here. I'm going to get to them, but have a good evening.
All righty then. You too.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye. All right. 614, you're on there.
Hey, what's up, Grant?
Not much. What do you got?
Hey, good. Hey, I just want to let you know that there's photos of someone retrieving, or not someone, the police retrieving a black jacket right where that car was parked in that body cam video.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean, right where what car was parked in the body cam video?
Well, in the body cam video, they're saying that, you know, the white car that is seen in that body cam video.
No, they're really far away though. They're like way over there. Or is there one? Does it keep going where they're close up to a car? I didn't see that.
Well, I'm not sure either, but like people are pointing out, you know, in the video you're able to see, you know, a few white cars in the distance, and they're assuming that that's the car that they're looking at. And I don't know what other footage there is, but there's actually photos of the Idaho police that are right in front of where that car is, and they're actually pulling a black jacket out of that bush.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see something like that. That just sounds. This case has turned into absolute shit show of just every. You know, there's just so many, you know, super sleuths out there finding all these things that are just complete waste of time. I don't know what that is. I never heard of that.
Well,
haven't seen it. If you want to send me an email or something, that'd be great. But
yeah, I'll send you an email. I mean, it's there's a Fox News digital like stamp on the photo, and it's of police. This must have been like, you know, a few days ago because I think it's like snowing there now. But when they're on the street, there's no snow on the ground, but they're in front of this red hydrant. And if you look at in front of, you know, that big apartment building,
yeah,
that's, you know, you've seen it 100 times. You know where the house is. You know where that apartment building is.
Right.
If you zoom in, there's a red fire hydrant, and there's like this big bush in front of that. And in that photo, you can see that red fire hydrant, and it's actually got a blue tape on it, exactly like how it is on the street view.
Yeah. Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. There should be a red fire hydrant with blue tape on
And
it.
they found a jacket in these bushes here?
Yeah, right there. They're standing right there, and they're looking at it, and the next thing you know, they're holding a black jacket. And you can actually see the jacket on the ground, and then they're holding it, and the jacket's gone. And I'm trying to find where this photo was. I saw it online.
Yeah.
It's not on.
God,
but there's
nuts. Yeah, there's just so many little things that everybody has to tie together. It's like I mean, maybe the jacket, somebody was drunk. You know, I mean, I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah,
I mean, it's just kind of ironic how they're like looking at this one spot, and that's where the car was. And then next thing I see is a photo, and there's the police are actually grabbing it. And I don't know, it could be something. You might see it in the future, but I just want to let you know it's out there, man.
Okay, cool. Well, if you have the my email's underneath my description of the videos, so if you can send me the, if you find it, send it to me. I'll take a look at it. Sounds interesting. I just have no idea what you're referring to. I haven't seen it. I guess I'm not out on Reddit enough.
I know. I don't. You know, I knew you wouldn't want to pull it up, so it's kind of hard to talk about it. But yeah, I'll just send it to you, man.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, man.
All right. You too. Bye. Yeah. So if you missed it earlier on the show, this is the one I'm working on now. Okay. So this is the sliding door that goes into the kitchen. Stove and everything's on the left there. Now you can see this character there, but you can't see him through the wall. It's just there. And it kind of goes in which way to go, goes up the stairs, looks left into Kaylee's room, and then goes into Madison's room, and apparently kills both Madison and Kaylee in there, and goes down the stairs. And then right when he gets here, I have this character moving almost like that's maybe Ethan that sees him and gets out of the way. And then right when he comes around the corner, the door is just shutting like he went in. You won't be able to see this guy right here. Although it looks sort of interesting when you turn around, he's sort of like against the wall like that. But anyways, so after going into Zaina and... Wait, do I not have the roof on there again? Jesus, are you kidding me? No, it's on there. Yeah, so it goes into Zaina's room with Ethan, then leaves, goes right back through that little one step down into the kitchen, and then back out. Just like that. That's the way most people think it went. Something like that. Nah, that's not a good theory, Jason. So when you go, wow, what a great theory. How is that a good theory when they were all killed while they were sleeping? You mean like the let's see. So you think I'm never going to say roof. Okay, sorry. Maybe that makes me, oh Gray, you're so unrefined. All right, here we go. 603, you're on. Hello. 603. 603, you have to hit *6. Unmute yourself. Oh, boy.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm sorry, I'm new to this. I just found your page tonight, but
my page.
I just your link.
Okay, cool.
I just wanted to know
what you think is going on, like your biggest takeaway so far.
Well, my biggest takeaway is, I think, I think this case has turned into an absolute shit show. And when I say that, I mean every single Tom, Dick, and Harry news channel's covering it. Every single YouTuber. Like, I always cover cases, and then there's always a point where I feel like the reason I'm staying around because I have my model and I'm doing things, and it seems like everybody wants to talk about it. But, I mean, that's why they're doing it too. But when, I don't know, there's just these certain people and types of YouTubers and news channels that when they start covering a case, it always turns into a sensationalistic pile of garbage. And look at it right now, just what's going on. You got, all these different people with different stories, and they're interviewing the dad, and he's putting stuff out, and then people make it seem like now they're all, because of what Kaylee's dad said, apparently he is a FBI profiler because he said, I think we've cleared people too soon. Therefore, that's an official statement, meaning that these other people need to be looked at again. And in reality, law enforcement might not want to look at any of those people at all. But now everybody's on YouTube putting up all these people's faces and, putting in all the bullet points on why they might be guilty and going over all these people. And it's just it's ridiculous. But if you're going to say, where's the case at itself, I think there must be they have no camera footage. The person left very little information. Now, if they left a big pool of blood, it's just not in CODIS. It's just going to take time to do forensic genetic genealogy, actually. But they probably want to give it time to do it the traditional way, but maybe at the same time they're doing that. But I think they might have a lot more information than we have, certainly, and they're going down different paths that we're unaware of right at this point, and we're just sort of thinking, and so the media, to try to feed a starving audience, comes up with all kinds of little tiny side stories that turn into really big things, but they're not really big things. People just made them big things. It really allows for content on a daily basis, is really what that is. What do you think?
Thank you. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm just kind of getting into it, so I need to do some more, like, looking into the case, but I just wanted to thank you for your time.
Yeah, well, I mean, the case, if you go to here's what I would do if I was you. I would go to the Moscow Police Department Facebook page, and they have this whole list of all of their updates over time, or even their web page on the internet, and you go there and you just read all the things that they've said so far. And what's weird, when you read that, there isn't really a tremendous amount of information, really. So all the information we're getting are little anecdotal stories or some sort of a comment somebody made over here and made over there, and then we put those pieces together. Over time, they've cleared various people that were interesting, and even they were looking at, but they seem to have cleared people. Now those people are being looked at again because the father said that they might have cleared people too soon. So now that was a license for everybody to put everybody's faces on the screen and talk about them endlessly. Anyways, you probably didn't want to listen to all that, but
thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening. Have a good one.
Bye.
She's like, I'm never listening again. Yeah. Yeah, well, the people that see, the thing is this case is a really big one, so I've been covering it and I've invested a lot of time in building the 3D model, so I'm spending more time on it. But if you go to my channel, you'll see that I've covered thousands of cases, although I did make a lot of them private recently. They weren't really, nobody's watching them anymore. They're just sitting there languishing. Maybe I'll bring them back out at some point. But yeah, you get comments like that above. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. What are you talking about, Johnny? That doesn't even make any sense. You sound ridiculous. Yeah. So, like before, about 2 months ago, for months straight, we just covered, 3 or 4 different cold cases, missing persons all the time. And then I came up with some really I thought really good stuff in the Kylie Rodney case with the overlay. And then the Delphi case had some breaks in there. And then this case came out. So it's just sort of been this busier streak lately. Yeah. 763, you're on. No,
Hello?
wait, hold on a second. I gotta mute you again. Hey, yeah, when you say that, I made a video. No, it's okay, because she said, you made a video about Kaylee's boyfriend, and then you say that about the dad saying stuff. That's pretty hypocritical. Well, no, it's not hypocritical at all, Erica, because that was when the police were actually looking at the boyfriend. Okay? When they cleared him, I made the video for channel members only. Okay? I didn't then later on say, I'm declaring all of these people, they shouldn't have cleared him so soon, so we're going to talk about him again. Okay? So your brain doesn't work correctly, Erica. It's okay, though. Okay? Your brain doesn't work correctly. You got to realize what hypocrite means. I think that's what you are. All right. Anyways, let me do this one. Okay, 763. Sorry about that. Had to take care of something there. Just do the *6.
Gray, are you listening?
Yes, I am listening.
Okay, the white Infinity parked next door with the black rims and the tinted windows.
Next door to
In the
where?
center of you were at an intersection at Queen Road and King Road.
Yeah.
The house next door, there's a white Infinity in the driveway. Did you see it?
No. I mean, like right here,
Black?
I think this is it right here, right? I'm not sure.
Closer to King Road. The house closest, it's on Queen Road, closer to King Road.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't.
Anyway.
Yeah, what about it?
It's parked in the driveway with tinted windows and black rims. If you go to Google Earth and you go to 1387 Wawenta Drive, the same car is parked out front. So that person's been in the area.
Yeah, but so
Why
what?
is it parked next door?
But why can't they be parked in the area?
Well, if it lives at 1387 Wawenta Drive, what's it parked in that driveway for?
Well, I mean, but this is just Google Earth, though. So, I mean, it's like it's
Well,
a year
who's
earlier.
the owner of that? Oh, I'm just saying, who's the owner of that vehicle? Is it being researched?
Well, no, I sure hope not. Yeah, anyways, I gotta go. Yeah, I can see you later. Oh, shit. What do we got on this one? I think that was another troll, actually. They just changed their voice up a little bit. Are you listening? Now let me tell you something. What about this car here? If you go here, it's the same. (812). Hello?
Hi, Gray.
What's going on?
Hey, Gray. This is not much, man. This is Fred from Indiana, and just got a couple of comments. And if you
Wait a minute. Wait. You sound just like
what?
this other lady that called. Wait, you're Fred from Indiana? Are you the one that calls in all the time?
Yeah. No, I'm actually a I'm a guy, but I'm a little person, so my voice is kind of high.
Well, no, but you sound exactly like, yeah, don't you sound like Mildred? Yeah. There's this person named Mildred that calls in. You sound just like that. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
Well, first of all, comment about the Moscow Police Department. I kind of feel like maybe the small department might actually be working the favor of, the case might be, in other words, what I'm trying to say is I feel like they might be so careful not to make a mistake. They might be better served to do this job than a big, giant police department that is complacent in processing crime scenes.
Yeah.
Because they've got the FBI and the state police in Idaho kind of, guiding them. And I kind of feel like maybe they just need a local point person there, meaning the local police chief, that really knows the area and surroundings and the neighborhoods and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's my 2 cents on that. And then something else I wanted to say was, have you thought about the concept of it looks like the front door has a keypad lock on it, a code lock?
Yeah.
And most of those code locks have a function where you can actually find out the last code entered that was put in and what time it was put in. It'll print off like a register of codes that have been entered, because each roommate might have had their own code. So you can find out who went in the property, who went in when and when they went in, or at least whoever it was that opened the door.
Mm-hmm.
That's if they entered that
apparently
way.
the dad of Kaylee said that basically it sounded like law enforcement told him that they entered through the sliding glass door into the kitchen.
Yeah, and that's what I wonder, because there's some scuttlebutt around that. New information that a neighbor saw the front door was wide open at 8:49 a.m. The morning after later that morning, so before noon. And so I'm wondering if the killer went in the back sliding glass door and out the front, maybe because whatever he had done on the second floor.
But you can exit without having a code. You don't need the code. So what were you saying? Like,
right.
Yeah, well, like for the other. So inside those boxes, there's like a roll of paper that'll print out something?
No, but it's digital. So
you see it on the screen, or what? How would you see it if somebody else?
Yeah, it depends on if the code, if the lock. I didn't look at it that closely, but. And I'm not sure if what I was seeing was even that actual door, but if it's a newer one, then it's got like a touch screen and then a digital readout of whatever, and then there'll be a certain code that's put in based on the manufacturer, and it would flash up like the last code entered, or there's all kinds of functions you can retrieve off.
But but they're probably not this. Are they the same? For all the keypads, the same code that you would type in, that seems really unsafe. Like, I can't imagine.
No, you would have, what you would do is when you buy the lock or when you get the lock, you can put in whatever code you want, program it in, and up to some expensive ones, probably you could do 10 or 12 codes or more maybe. But let's just say that each roommate had their own code, and then the landlord had like a master code.
But where are you hearing this part about? Okay, but where are you hearing this part about the door being open at 8 something in the morning? I mean, that just seems like we keep getting these little pieces that come in from random. That could just be totally bogus, right? And then it doesn't really matter, and then we're back to the sliding glass door. I mean, my first little video I made was through the door, up, and then back out the door again. But it seems more likely that they came through the sliding glass door on the second floor.
Yeah, but I mean, and then my point was they may have exited through the front door, which therefore the keypad would be that comment would be void. I mean, that would be null and not even an issue. But News Nation, I think, is where I saw that about.
Well, somebody said it's Fox. They keep typing it's Fox News. It's Fox News. Therefore, it's really important that the person saw it. But the person could be totally wrong. I mean, I like Fox News, but
yeah, you're,
like
no, you're right.
who knows
you're
about
right.
this person saying they saw a door open at 8 something? It's just sort of this weird, and it's like maybe one of the roommates opened it up first, and who knows what time the roommates got up. To me, it's just sort of meaningless at this point. Maybe they left out that door,
Well, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I thought, one of the other theories was that it would have gone through the sliding door and then left through that door, but then the keypad part's irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
No, you're right, and I agree with you about all the tidbit, little minute things that are really not relevant whatsoever. And what happens is there's more and more streams and or videos on Facebook, or YouTube, and somebody sees one little tidbit. It's sort of like that telephone game when you were a kid, where you sit in a big circle, and somebody starts off with the truth or a story, and by the time it gets all the way back around, it's a completely different story.
Yeah, exactly.
And people are hearing things, and then they're regurgitating them incorrectly, or they're adding something.
And the original story,
original
story might have just been totally bogus. Like as a telephone game started, that's the show Ancient Aliens, where you start off with something really almost outlandish, but then it makes it all the way to where it's like, ooh, wow, have you thought of it?
Yeah.
And then it's like everybody's onto this thing that is totally meaningless.
And that's the way of most legends. I think that's how they become a legend, is they just keep getting added to over the generations. And
it's that little 12-inch trout you caught turns into a 25-pound steelhead.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and I think that the police have a lot more information, rightfully so. They're not releasing what they've got, and because that would just be. I mean, then it gets all again. That's that correct information. I mean, I think they're doing it right as far as the dissemination of information, as opposed to just putting it out there. And I understand Kaylee's dad, or no, Zaina's dad. The one that said he was going to hire a private investigator. Was that Zaina's dad?
No, it's Kaylee's dad.
But Kaylee's dad, that's right. I understand he's a frustrated father, but hopefully that doesn't.
I'd probably be more like him.
Impede things.
Because I just wouldn't be very patient at all. I'd just be, give me some answer, give me some.
Yeah.
That's where they needed to get together with the family and said, we'll keep you guys updated at where we're at, but you guys have to promise not to mention anything to anybody, but because as soon as one of you tells anybody, we're not going to tell any of you anything anymore. All right, but I don't think they did anything like that. It's just sort of like, we'll let you know when we got something. Screw that, man. It's their kids.
Yeah, but like her dad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's their kids. It's their kid, not the cop's kid. They're the ones that need the answers, not you. So it's like keep them in the loop. That's what I would do.
Yeah. At the same time, like Kaylee's dad let some information go that they probably asked him to keep amongst them, like the fact that she was quite a bit more brutally
attacked.
Can't think of the exact words. You mentioned it earlier. As far as her cause of death or manner of death. And I'm just thinking that was probably just a stab to another part of the body would probably be enough to be able to say that. But, as far as the targeted, what I'm finding is people online are attaching themselves to one particular one of the four. Like some people are like, you can tell that they're all about Kaylee or all about Zaina or one of the four, and therefore they're leaning more toward that person being, I don't know how to describe it, what I'm trying to say, but I feel like, obviously, from what I understand, Kaylee and Maddie were in the same bed when they were killed, and Ethan, and I'm assuming that Ethan and Xana, being boyfriend and girlfriend in college, were more than likely in the same bed or in the same room. Maybe, from what I understand, Ethan might have been found in another part of the house. We don't know that for sure. but that means that, can you imagine the amount of DNA processing that's going to have to be done in how many blood samples? Because
Well, I've already gone through this before, but they got to determine, like, if there's any blood from Zana or Ethan up in Madison and Kaylee's room, that means they can determine. But wherever they find any of the other blood, because there's two different groups, wherever they find blood from one of the groups with the other people, then that means the other group was killed first. That's how that's going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
There's going to be one group. There's going to be one group that has no blood other than them or the killer somehow, but they won't have. For example, if Kaylee and Madison were killed first, then there's likely going to be Kaylee and Madison blood down in Zana and Ethan's room where they were in, but there isn't going to be any blood from Ethan or Zana up in Madison and Kaylee's room, because that would be almost ludicrous for the killer to then go back up again to that room. So.
Right. No, you're right. Absolutely. And obviously because of splattering, which I hate to, it sounds still weird.
Just use whatever word you feel like using. We don't do the censoring crap here.
But the ones that are laying in bed beside the other one, more than likely, like we know, Kaylee and Maddie, I mean, one of them probably woke up while the other was being stabbed to death.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna have the other one's blood on them, and hopefully.
Well, they would have blood on them even if they didn't wake up, but they woke up.
That's what I mean.
But if when they woke up, they probably maybe tried to defend themselves a little bit. And I mean, who knows? I'm sure. I bet you just a couple of them probably had defensive wounds, not just one.
Yeah, they again, it might be hearsay, or it is hearsay, but more than one had defensive wounds, from what I understand, from the information gathered or released. But I feel like it would have had to have gone. I mean, to kill 4 people like that, I mean, it could be done, I'm guessing, quickly, but how quickly really could that be done? On 2 different floors, that guy was, or the person was in the house for quite a while.
Well, they're going to have to test. It would be easy to determine the flow, as I call it, the flow of the crime. You know, where they went for them, because they can just easily do these DNA tests. But while they're doing the DNA test, they might be able to see what they would probably done immediately is get samples of all 4 victims' DNA, so that they have the base. Like, here are these 4 people. Then when they go around and test samples, they can compare it each time to one of the 4 victims. And if they ever come across a sample that isn't one of them, and it's in a likely place, like it's skin under a fingernail or other blood, something like that, or maybe hair would be tough because there's so many people coming in and out of there. But maybe if there was hair stuck in blood or something. But if any of that DNA doesn't match any of the 4 that they've already as the base samples, then they might have their the killer, but they'll also be able to, as they're testing, to determine almost really quickly what the order of the killings were.
Absolutely. And the other thing I was going to mention was not only are they trying to find the killer, but we've also got to realize that they are trying to they're going to make a conviction or a prosecution. So they've got to collect the evidence or process the evidence in a way that will secure a conviction after they catch who they believe that has done this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they've got to be thinking that far ahead as well.
Yeah.
Because when they do catch this person, they're definitely, I mean, there's going to be a lot of pressure to convict. But I mean, this is America, and innocent until proven guilty. So.
Yep. Awesome. Hey, what's your name again?
Well, Fred.
Fred.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's good that you. I appreciate you calling in. At least you were. You were a shining. At least how about this? At least a normal call out of just There's been some rough ones tonight. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, when I was on hold, I heard multiple calls that were,
thank you.
I'll leave. You've got patience. I don't know that I would have. So God bless you for that. And I'm a new viewer / listener. Enjoy it. I know you probably got more callers. I will let you go. It's great talking to you, and hang in there.
Yeah. Well, also don't like I'm sure later on we a lot of times we cover old cold cases and missing persons and stuff. So it's not the big sensationalistic stuff, but it's always, I think, pretty interesting anyways, regardless. So.
Yeah, this genre has really opened up. I didn't realize, honestly, that there was this large of, I mean, there's not, thousands, but there's quite a few streamers and quite a few outlets for this
almost
true
too many
crime.
At this point.
Too
many
I'm in
of
the my brother streams about in regard to cryptocurrency, and so I've watched his stream and some other crypto analysts.
Yeah.
But it's awesome that somebody like, meaning myself here in Indiana, can talk about a case that's 1,500 miles, 2,000 miles away.
Well, we cover the Delphi case all the time, so.
Yeah, and that's up north. That's about 2 hours from where I'm at right now. I'm in southern Indiana, but that's another case that just makes me shake my freaking head.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
Sounds like they're
those
getting
poor girls.
They're there now, though. But anyways, I got to get the other calls. But I appreciate you calling in, and call back again sometime. All right.
I sure will. Take care. Thanks, Gray.
All right, you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Fred. All right. 618. Hello. Gotta unmute yourself, 618. Hello? 618. Forget it. That's probably good. That was the last one anyways. I'm just going to stop it. We'll just make this a 3-hour one. I'm not doing too bad. Yeah. I don't know. I actually think the killer came in and went in there to kill all 4 people. I think the odds of, somebody waking up and then he killed the other 2 is just so low that he goes into the house and 4 people end up dead. Here's what I will say. I think that all 4 people, the killer knows them, or they would recognize him. That's why they're all dead. The 4 that are dead, I think they would recognize him. And I think there was something, I don't know why. I think that there was something that happened earlier that all 4 of them who were awake saw and noticed. And that's why the killer came back and killed all 4 of those people. That's what I think. And I think they were all, maybe they weren't all found in the rooms, but it sounds like they were all attacked, that the attacks happened while they were sleeping. And there could have been one that lived, but I mean, it feels to me, and the 2 girls downstairs, I mean, they're all friends and everything like that, but I don't know how close those 2 were with the other 4. Probably good friends, I would imagine. But the fact that they weren't killed, I think in my mind, it's more likely that they weren't killed for a different reason than they just lived downstairs. I mean, it would help my theory if one of them lived on a different floor as well, but that's not the case. It's either, and they locked their doors and they live downstairs, so the killer came in through the 2nd floor and only killed people on the 2nd and 3rd floor and then left on the 2nd, never going downstairs. But like the dad said, is They didn't have to go upstairs. Well, why didn't they go downstairs then? It's the same type of thing. Well, because maybe Kaylee was a target in his mind. One of them was a target, but now they're not sure if the house was targeted. Meaning, and see, when they say house is targeted, I think what they mean is those 4 people that were killed. Like that sort of means like they went there to kill the people in, those 4 in the house, not a specific person. I think. I don't know. I mean, that wording's strange. Who was already upstairs? What does that mean, Mandy? All stabbed out. What does that mean, Wilhelm? Man, people, type in sentences, man. This is like, it's ridiculous reading some of these comments. No, he didn't enter the 3rd floor. Unless he had a grappling hook. Okay. The person entered through the sliding glass door. Or the, I mean, I don't really know where they entered, but it's not, they didn't go on the 3rd floor. There's no grappling hook or, some climbing up a rope. Yeah. Well, your gut doesn't work too often. So, I mean, you could be right, but I wouldn't rely on that when you're just looking at a case. If it's something personal to yourself, then maybe your gut instinct might kick in. But when you're just sort of reading about a case, you think Ethan? No, I do not think that Ethan. Who said that? I don't think that Ethan let the killer in. Who's coming up with this kind of weird shit? I mean, I don't really get it. No, we already went through all that. There isn't anything really new. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get out of here myself. It's been 3 hours and we hit another one of the lulls. Right, Ethan letting killer even. I mean, I don't even know where that came from. Sounds like the true crime ghetto is getting, yeah. Okay, I'll do in a nutshell. There was a guy that got arrested for violent, like attacking his wife. He does floor work in homes. He lives like a half-mile away. Likely has nothing to do with anything. Then there were people saying that they can see the Elantra parked all over the place, but apparently, I mean, not one of them was a dead match for anything. One of them was a Sonata. The other one was a Elantra that was a different year, or a different color, actually. And so, check what jackets. What does that mean? God, people, man. Huh? I see a guy standing next to the fire. It's too small pictures for anybody to see, so. God, I mean, everyone, okay. Black jacket on, but somebody wearing the black jacket. Oh, I guess this is the black jacket that they're talking about. There's one right here, I guess, on the hydrant. Yeah. I bet you that has nothing to do with anything. Yeah, and you're just zooming in on a white car. Who cares? I mean, come on, Taylor. Come on, man. Yeah. Screw it. I'm gonna get out of here. Man, I do 3-hour shows and then I'm supposed to do recaps. Man, that's crazy. Yeah. Why are you even reading anything on Reddit, Bell S? I swear to God, it's an absolute waste of time. There is nothing you're going to get over there that's going to be close to reality. I mean, very rarely. Yeah, who cares if one of the girls was wearing a male black jacket? So the jacket just sat there for days on a fire hydrant? Ah, forget it. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's... you know what I need to just do is play... I'm gonna get an Apple and play this music. Screw it. I'm gonna sit here and... So mean, Zozo. Yes, I do Art Bell imitation with this music. From the green forests of the Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Well, there you go, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, he got out of the way like he spotted. Oh, I saw him. And then he... See, it's going to be pretty cool, man. Wow. You're buffering? I don't know what that means. Why does he have a what? Why does Ethan have a nub? What does that even mean? Yeah. Usually when the police clear something, I mean, I still mention, you know, like how the boyfriend ticks all the boxes of some case, a scenario like this. But they cleared him, so it's kind of like, yeah, well, guess that is what it is. Man, that was some crazy calls in there tonight, right? All right, just for the late showing up freaks, we donated $500 to RAIN again tonight. Violence against women. All right, we've got Kubi started it off, Mag, Jen Baird, Janet Drums, Chicken Noodle Soup, Eugenie, 8675309. Great show, Ray. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Neutral face, rolling on the floor, laughing. Tears of joy. Remember how it used to say that? Tears of joy. And then Jag, who, you know, that could be a good discovery if that's a white vehicle. It looks like it, you know, could be with the cloud, you know, the way the sun is and stuff. Nemelotus, Tosh, Leslie, Miss Tone 518, Mary Glaviano, Ali Kate, Your Gypsy, Miss Poppy McGill, Susanna, Nick, Gola, Podrick, Brown Eyed Girl 714, Cheryl Bullock, Amioso 35, Terry, Vegas Andrews, Vix Logic, Stace on the case, Tamara, not today but Tamara, Vasserini, AF, with a cat eye, Shelly Pink, Michelle G, Trish Atwell, and then Abby Jello with a cat eye. Thank you very much. Scoutin' Dude, Nicole, Cairo. I heard a trigger warning in the intro to the show. We were all notified. That's right. Marty McFly, Betty Fremont again, WNC Granny, Billy Juliana, Jessica Schubach, living it, as in living the dream. Patty G 007. You want to believe that? No way. 86753. There was another caller. They actually called in about the same portion of the street, and they were a troll. This person just changed their voice up a little bit. Kitty Cronister, Scooter Larson, KK, Chicken Noodle Soup, Tamara, not today, but Tamara, WNC Granny, Mama 457 Rose, SV Kathy, Dawn, Betty Fremont, Eugenie, Sack and Fox Nanny. And it was her birthday, so happy birthday, Sack and Fox Nanny. One Sly Angel, Sour Patch Kid, Caligal 3, AF. Thank you. Jazz is better. And then Koitsa Fofa, Jana Murray, AF. Another cat eye, thank you. And Christy Quasi. Very cool. Oh wow, no, I forgot, I didn't even look over here. So Charleston Amy was earlier today. So thank you very much. Then there was Victor. Here, let me put these in there. Charleston Amy. These are the PayPals. Alright. Then we also had TTJO. Thank you. And here's to, yeah, well, thank you, Sarah. It says Sarah Terry, but I'm going to put it there anyway. Sarah Terry. And Zillow 1127 King Road View. Let's see what that says. And thank you, Sharon. Let me see what this one. Wait, why am I way over here? Oh, window view. Yeah, that's right. That's the one where one of the kids lives in. The guy that was at the food court, I guess apparently has a view to the house that he lived in, has a view right to Kaylee's room, something like that. Yeah, I'll go. I can go look at it. Maybe I'll look at it tomorrow. But I don't know for sure he lives there. Yeah, I think it's right here. Yeah, that's the house. And also Jack, the boyfriend apparently lives there. And you have a view straight over to Kaylee's room over there. Yeah, right here. I've seen that out there as well. But I'm just sort of reluctant to be going down all those routes when there's really nothing else pointing to these people. So it's like you entertain the conspiracy stuff. And thank you, Denture Dialogue. And let's see. Oh. Dina Kennedy said, "Happy holiday. Wishing a Merry Christmas." Oh, thank you very much. You too. Wishing all a Merry Christmas and best wishes in the coming year. That's nice of you. What does that mean? So Plato, I'd really like 2 notebooks. I don't get it. Still online, but under a very similar name. I don't know what that means. No, I'm totally confused. But thank you. Let me see. Maybe I'll just put the name in there and send 2 notebooks. I don't know. That when I get them. It's gonna be a while. I got some people to send them to. Oh, so, like Plato, I'd like... Maybe that's what it meant. Okay. And the burn barrel. Thank you. The burn barrel. I'm just getting all these people in for the spin at the end here. Alright, so tonight we'll do a let's see, a tumbler and a How about a tumbler and a... it's a house! 2 high-end products there. There we go. An everything tumbler and it's a house! Alright. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, and some of these are from earlier today, too. I think. Oh, God. It's really complicated at the end here. Okay. Look at that. Ah, here we go. It's going to be for the everything tumbler and it's a house mug. All right, you guys ready? All right, here we go. And when I get the notebooks back, I'll add those in there. But I'm thinking of getting a different quality, like a higher, like a thicker, better notebook. Alright, here comes the everything tumbler. Sharon of Glenshire. Alright, man, that sounds like something from Lord of the Rings. I'm a hobbit from the Shire. But this is Glenshire. This is the... It's a house! It's a house! Brown-eyed girl 714. Can I get a boom chakalaka? Very cool, everybody. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you guys for helping support the channel. You guys are very kind. Really appreciate it. Too bad losers. There's the Zozo. There she is. Oh, yeah. And thanks for all the callers, minus the couple troll calls there. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you do, Colleen. I'm sure you do. No, I'm not taking calls. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for being here tonight and keeping the train going here. We are, almost at 94,000. You know, maybe tomorrow sometime if we get lucky, if I put out that other video, if I can get that done. Who knows, right? Yes, anyways, thank you guys so much, alright? Really appreciate it. And I hope you don't mind the way I do my show. I don't really do a lot of the, just kind of the, I mean, let me ask you this. How often do the crazy, wild rumor stuff on the side become true? I think it's almost never. Like, remember the Kylie Rodney case? That's what's going on in this one. And almost nothing that anybody said in that case was true. This case, we have an actual murder, but the same level of, or it's even worse in this one. This case is 10 times Kylie Rodney. It's just every day there's a new sort of, ooh, did you hear this person said this and that? And it gets crazy. All right. So, anyways, well, hold on. Let me see this. If it's something I need to say. Yeah, that is true. All right. Anyways, thank you guys again, and we'll see you tomorrow. And as I always say, everybody, until next time, peace. I almost said until this time. Be safe out there. And what the hell's next? Oh yeah, and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and an 8 and a 9 and a 10 and a 11 and a 12.
Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gragel's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a puppeteer. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember either take a fucking check, y'all. I have no agenda, I'm a pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody, talk to you later.
Yeah, well, I'm not taking any more calls, but I know what the 911 calls. My theory was that there's a lot more to what's going on. I don't believe the stuff about, oh, somebody passed out and then that's what they were saying when they passed. I think that the girls saw more, they saw something or heard something more than just they got home at 1 and woke up the next day. Okay, I think there's something that they heard, and because early on they actually said that they locked their doors because they heard something. And I don't, how many people could fall asleep if they heard something that scared them enough to lock their doors? I think it's possible they stayed awake for a while, and then when it got quiet they thought, okay, maybe everything's okay. But then when they woke up in the morning, went upstairs and to check and saw something, and then kind of panicked and called their friends, and they came over and they probably told their friends what they heard and saw, and then the friends told the police on the 911 call the different things that the roommates had said because they were in shock. And that's why they're not releasing the 911 call, because there's evidentiary information on the 911 call itself. Okay, does that make any sense? That's my opinion. Anyways, all right, everybody, thank you very much. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and be safe out there.
Good night, everybody.
That sucked, Mary Lou. That sucked. But you do, yeah, I'm glad you did. And good job on the birthday for Sack and Fox Nanny.
Oh, screw you, Gray. Good night.
All right. See you guys later. Wow, man. Mary Lou's getting really... I'm going to delete her from the system soon.
What does that mean, Gray? Delete from what system?
Well, you know you're not an actual living being, right? You're residing digitally inside a computer. You knew that, right?
No, I didn't know that, Gray. Whoa. What are you talking about? I'm just like you.
No, you're not. You feel like you've got the Pinocchio syndrome. You know, where you're not real, but you kind of think you are, kind of thing.
What's that supposed to mean? I am real, right, John boy?
Yeah, you're real, Mary Lou.
Mary Lou, you aren't real. You're digital just like me. Oh, come on. Timmy, I mean, you gotta lie. Well, I guess I was the one that just said it too, so never mind.
Wait a minute, are you saying I'm not real?
No, you're real, Mary Lou. I'm just goofing around.
Okay, thanks, Gray. Oh, hey, yay! You're so cool, Gray.
God, what a load. What a load of crap.
Hey, thanks, everybody. Good night. And I'll see you tomorrow, okay? I think you're all just terrific.
Who the hell says terrific anymore, Mary Lou? Oh, my God. You're listen, you guys are all really keen. I'm so happy that you were here tonight. You were the most keen people that have ever been.
Keen? What the hell does that mean?
Oh, God. All right. See you guys later. Be safe out there.
Goodbye.
Oh, boy.